Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I know y'all can hear me. Lit. Thank you guys for pulling up, by the way. I'm trying to get some more people in here, but we're gonna start. Fuck it. My hair's still a little wet. Vassy, you here?
Yeah.
You might close the. There, I didn't even see you. You was right behind me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. Say hi to my sister, y'all. My sister's gonna be twisting my hair while we do this reaction. Yo, you didn't see her neither, right? She was just like tucked in the back, and I'm like, yo, where did you go? It was hilarious. So, on my Discord, I have a section where you guys can put reaction videos for me to react to. This is another one. They're saying hi to you, Vassy.
Hello.
This is another one from Rakim. He puts a bunch of them. This is an Abba and Preach one. All I'm saying is, the reason why I stopped doing reactions for a little bit is because I got flagged on YouTube, and they didn't allow me to upload like for at least like a couple weeks. So I took a little break because I didn't want my YouTube account to get banned. I'm gonna try again. If I get flagged again, I have to stop because they could ban my YouTube account. I don't know exactly who flagged it. I think it was the UFC thing that we were watching, because I doubt Abba and Preach would flag it because they do the same exact thing. So, all right, this video. What is this video? I think I've seen this video too. Now that I think about it, it says disrespectful teens learn the hard way. I think I've seen this video already. Let's see. Yeah, you good. I am getting my hair twisted, so sorry if I make faces, because sometimes this shit hurt. It definitely does.
Okay, but they don't saw y'all breaking stuff. Sir, get up.
Hey, wake him up.
Sir.
First of all, before we even start this video, ass whoopings everywhere. Belt to ass. This is what happens when you you don't discipline your kids. Ass whoopings everywhere.
He ain't did nothing. He been sitting the whole time. Sweetheart, if you ain't do nothing, be quiet. Y'all breaking stuff. Y'all done broke wine bottles. It's on camera. They don't.
Wine bottles?
Where y'all parents? Why y'all not home on a park or something? This is not the spot. Kroger do not allow this. Y'all not supposed to eat. Look, he already messing up the furniture.
Right, come on, y'all. We can eat.
What you say? Y'all come here. Don't make this harder than what it has to be because y'all old enough to go. So sit down and listen to what we gotta say.
This officer talking to y'all, then stop moving. You understand me?
Ooh, don't touch me.
I'm gonna play with you 'cause
I don't know what happened. Don't touch me. Don't put your finger on my chest.
What you mean?
He put his finger on his chest.
Yeah.
It could start something.
Yeah. Then they're probably going to go jail for it too.
100%.
If an officer tells you to sit down,
Is that an officer?
These are cops.
Oh, those are cops.
These are body cams.
I thought it was the person from the fucking.
No,
the
they call the
store.
cops.
Hey, don't worry about it. Never mind.
Wait, is it normal for security guards to have body
Dead
cam?
ass though.
I don't know.
This is body cam.
You said it was Cyberpunk days.
Okay. All right.
No, you're not gonna play with you because I know you already been kicked out of the mall today. Okay? Time to leave. Let's go. That way. Out. Out. Outside. You leave. Okay? Let's go. I'm not worried about you two. You can tie that outside. Let's go. Go.
This is out of pure boredom. Like I've never been the type of kid that want to go to like the mall and do this dumb shit, honestly. But when I'm in the gym and I see like younger kids in the gym and people are like, "Oh my god, all these young kids in the gym." I'd rather them be in the gym than doing dumb shit like this. This is just straight out of boredom.
I'm not his parent. Yeah, his parent.
I'm gonna put you in handcuffs in a minute. You understand that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say send this to jail. I don't care. I don't care nobody.
Yeah, the cop sounds like a South Park character. You hear? But you ain't gonna say that.
It says, I know a lot of people see a cop and then they see a black person, they be like, man, why these cops hurt? Yo, you see what these kids was doing? Because it wasn't raised right. They were going out making other black people's lives difficult. Those were black people working at that store who was calling the cops on them because they were breaking stuff in that store. Who do you think gets fired if they don't do shit? Who do you think gets in trouble if they don't manage that store well? So y'all want to come out here and say something about the cops all the time, but at the end of the day, some of you need to go to fucking jail. Some of y'all should be in jail. I don't care what nobody says. Apparently his parents didn't do a good enough job raising him, and he wanted to be a rowdy teenager. Maybe he spent a couple days in the jail system and see what happened.
Scared Straight. Remember that show?
I don't feel bad.
No.
Yo, some of y'all raised animals who don't respect elders, who don't respect nobody. The way he's talking to these adults,
Let's go.
It be the YNs. This
this
the
would be
YNs.
crazy to me to do to an adult. These kids are so crazy doing it to cops. I don't care what happens. They've already been kicked out, because he said it earlier.
I'm not gonna play with you because I know you already been kicked out of the mall today.
So they came back to trespass. As far as I'm concerned, send them to jail. If you're told you can't come into this building because of bad behavior and you come back, you're committing a criminal act.
Yeah.
Go to jail. These cops are actually being incredibly lenient. Bro, none of
Dead
you guys
ass.
would ever defend this shit if you guys
Yo,
were-
I was thinking the same
was
thing.
you-
Like, I remember in New York, the cops don't even ask questions. They would just fucking clothesline you or like grab you up. Like the fact that this cop is actually like, yo, like just leave. Like you better take advantage of that.
guys working at that store and saw these motherfuckers having to break shit and make you clean it up, not one of you would defend this. So I don't want...
Remember the life? Remember living life with no bills to pay, not a care in the damn world. You don't give a fuck. You can tell they ain't got bills to pay, cause them bills would have had you going straight home. Like, oh, I'm done.
I see nothing about the cops' behavior.
I feel
Because in
bad.
they're being patient.
I feel bad when I go to a store and I unfold clothing. I feel bad when I unfold.
Dead
No, I'll
ass,
do it.
though.
Nah, it's cool. I did it. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry about that. You're doing all this, being loud, being they're just trying to go through their days,
Yup.
getting paid, go home, pay their bills. Now you're disrupting all that.
Yup.
Get bent.
And you saw the way he was talking to that older black woman? Bro, I hope he gets kicked in the face on the way to jail too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not arguing with a nigga that doesn't have a frontal lobe yet. Why are you arguing with this little ass kid? Like, I don't care what the kid says. Even at my job, there's kids that say shit. I'm like, man, I don't care. Like, the fuck?
Go home, nigga. Go. You're disturbing these fine white men, these fine police officers, America's finest. You're gone. Go home, nigga. Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
That was really good. I give that one a 9 out of 10. If you do it one more time.
I'm not a fan of cops, but I'm also not a fan of agitating the police neither. Because we don't ever win that fight. We don't ever win that fight.
Ah,
Let me close my eyes.
these niggas over here. Go home. Don't trust these new niggas over there.
Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Hey, yo, listen. If y'all starting to use these Boondocks, he ready. Oh, are you wondering what I'm doing? I'm listening to Fresh and Fit take another L.
Again!
Oh my
You know
god.
what's crazy about the holidays? The realization that you, with all the years that you went through, 42 in my case, I started giving gifts when I was 5. That means that it's 30
I'm skipping through the ad, y'all. Sorry, not sorry. Let's do this. Back to the long ass ad.
now. Please the people around you. You could even, please yourself.
You can tell this is old because he still has the
You deserve it.
dreads.
BuyRaycon.com. Get yours.
He's gonna lift him or he's gonna go in handcuffs. Now let's go.
Yeah, once they grab the wrist, it's a wrap.
Send me a couple more units. I got 6 juveniles that are being deported.
Sweetie, come here. What's your name? Listen here, sweetie. Let's stop it this way. No, I understand, but y'all together.
What are y'all doing in the store?
Cooperate as well. What's your name?
Outside. I don't care who you're waiting on. Outside. No. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Now. Put your hand behind your back. No, you're not listening to me. What's wrong with you?
I was thinking the same thing, yo. These kids are testing their luck OD. Like, oh my god. You could tell this isn't like New York or anything like that. New York cops don't. Ain't no damn conversation. What? New York's cop come through like Batman. Blah. That's talk to this. Blah.
What's wrong with you?
No, we're not. Send me units and he's one wanting to fight with me.
Oh nah. Now you wanna run?
Sit down.
Be first, ask questions later.
I don't know.
That ass.
I'm not even saying I was the perfect teenager. Because I was. I got myself in trouble. But you know what? Come Friday after
Draven! Look, Draven just followed. Draven!
I was not
That's
that
crazy.
But if my parents were so
That's
this,
our brother
I was
right there.
I was doing that. I was
Miss
the
you,
one
buddy.
doing that.
It ain't the cops you gotta worry about.
Nope. And I would hope I go.
What's up, Draven? I miss you, man.
Because what would have
How's the
happened
family?
in the confine of my house
Yup.
would have been terrible.
Man, what was up with them? They was tripping. What we got to eat?
The ramification on my ass, pause, would have been tremendos.
You know what? You know what else is crazy too? Like, kids that act like this aren't scared of their parents. And I'm not saying you got to be scared of your parents, but I remember the biggest threat a teacher could say to me is, "I'm gonna call your parents." Like, you're not acting like that if you know you're getting belt to ass at home. Like, you're not acting like this at all. Like, what are you doing?
Out with other children, never with adults, and certainly not with police officers. Y'all different.
And my parents did all.
Police? My mom ain't letting me out the crib ever again if I mess with the. You're done. You're done.
This thing to me, and they love me. A cop that don't give a fuck about you.
Beat that ass.
I'm staying put.
And you want to know how I know it's a parental thing? Because one of the main reasons why I respect police officers when I was a kid wasn't because of police officers. It's because of my parents.
I just
'Cause
said
I was
that.
worried what they was going to do if they found out I
That's
got arrested.
crazy.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying you got to be terrified of your parents, but you got to be a little.
I just said that
Or you
shit.
certainly don't want to disappoint them. There got to be. These kids don't care about nothing.
Yo, put in the chat which parent you were scared of most. The one got to be scared than the other. My father was definitely scarier than my mother. 100 nigga. You can hear it? 100,000,000%.
I know when my dad had to come back, bro, the shame that I felt and how
My
quiet
dad.
that ride back was, and the problems that came after, best believe there was no second incident.
You call them problems? What happened after? You call it what happened after problems? It was.
Hey, listen, you know, what happened inside the house stays inside the house. I mean,
That was problems.
I don't want to judge, but I feel like having a scary dad is worse than having a scary mom. And I'm going to explain why. My mom tried to be scary. It was a bunch of emotion. It was a bunch of this and that. My father gave us, hey, what up? My father gave us sophisticated ass whoopings. Like, it was scheduled. It was on his, Oh man, I'm gonna be home. You know what time I'm gonna be home? Get on your knees, sit there. When I come home, I'm not even gonna whoop your ass right away. I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry. Then I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like it was like psychological ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
What up, Monet?
PTSD.
PTSD, boy.
Get off of me or you're going to cop too.
Wait, was the other kid trying to get?
Yep.
Yo, send his ass to jail too.
I cuff one and I cuff the other one.
Okay, look at here. Here.
I think one thing that kids don't understand nowadays too is that you can get charged as an adult depending on what you did. Just because you're a underage child and you're acting crazy, you're not gonna just be like, oh, it's a minor. You can get charged as an adult. Like if you keep acting up, they can be like, yo, you know what you were doing. Like you were cognitive enough to keep doing it, even though you know you were in trouble already, and that's not good. If you're a menace to society, they gonna handle that ass. Back in the day, they used to burn. They used to burn us. They used to fucking do witch hunts. Now they gonna lock your ass up, and probably not even feed you for a day or two, and then you gonna learn.
It's not meant to be
They used
gentle.
to, yo,
It's not meant to be gentle.
He used to burn us.
It's not. He was gentle. Remember when he was telling you to get out? That was the gentle part. That's the part that didn't hurt. But you kept dribbling, kept not caring. You know what I mean? Now it hurts.
nah, them cuffs are gonna be so tight. You see Big Bro right here? Big Bro, I respect Big Bro. He was just laying on the water. Cause he know this ain't he's seen this before. You can tell when a brother has seen it, he ain't winning this fight. He's saying it calmly too, like, let go of my brother, please. Like, please. You're not arguing with these people.
That's fucked up.
I love it. He crying now. Fuck this kid. Yeah, you gonna learn today.
I'm
Oh,
weak.
no, you gonna learn your fucking mistakes. Cry. You was laughing. You was being disrespectful to your adults. Now you crying. Good. Cry. Oh, I'm traumatized. You know what? When you was traumatizing other people, you didn't give a fuck. Learn your lesson, stupid.
I think one of the biggest lessons too is like seeing somebody else deal with the police. Because I've never had to deal with the police where they were rough like this to me. I'm be honest with you guys. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I kiss ass when the police come through. I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna act tough. Yes, officer. I start getting real Caucasian. Okay? I'm not doing that to myself. Because I was in Brooklyn. I seen cops come through and slam my homies right on the concrete. And now my homie got a scar on his face for life. For fucking what? You didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get anything from that. Didn't sue the cops. None of that. No. Like, you were acting up. And we couldn't do anything. We had to just watch. We had to just sit there and watch. I even had a homie who was doing good. My boy Moise, Rakim knows him. He was doing good. He was actually helping a girl on the bus. The police didn't understand the situation. Still slammed his ass. He got an apology later and like a certificate or whatever. Does that take away from his ass being slammed on that concrete? Nope. You feel me? I'm not getting slammed just to prove a point. I'm gonna kiss ass and then prove my point later. He said, drop that white voice. Yes, officer.
I don't see a sergeant. It's me. It's me. Get in the car. You see me? Now you know.
Yo, he hit him with the, I want to speak to a manager. And then the cop spun around. Yeah, that's me.
If you want to go in handcuffs, keep it up or back off.
Back off.
Back off.
Get in the car.
You either get in or I'm throwing you in. You got 1 minute. Nobody's handcuffs. Move your legs.
Get over here.
These handcuffs, man. Can you please?
We'll adjust them once you're in.
All jokes aside, I hope I'm never in a situation like this. And I hope my children and my family are never in a situation like this.
Okay, you cannot.
Get in.
You cannot push me.
Get in.
I can't. The buckler's behind me, sir. I was trying to, sir. What the?
Well, now he's a sir. I thought he was a nigga. You see, now you realize you don't win this fight. He was a nigga 10 minutes ago in the damn Ross or wherever the store y'all was in. Now it's sir. No, you should have started with sir. Now you look dumb. Now the sir don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to nobody.
Yeah,
Shut up.
good.
Shut up.
And you don't want to cry about how much it hurts. It wouldn't have hurt if you just listened.
We're not walking around looking at merchandise right now. You should be in handcuffs right now for assaulting my officer right there, okay? I'm giving you a chance to get your phone. If you're not going to get your phone, I'm going to take you outside and handcuff. Go, come on. Wherever you're at, come on.
Where's the other one?
There's 5 others in there.
They're all out
My
now.
camera. Give me a second. Sorry about that, y'all. I think that another issue is that people don't realize that you can't curse at the police. Like, not even in a subtle way or anything like that. You can't even really curse at people who make burgers and french fries. Like, you're not supposed to curse at anybody that's doing a job. Like, you're gonna get a bad version of them. But by law, like, if you curse at the police, that's technically fighting words, and they can get physical if you curse at them. Oh yeah, you legally can't even curse at a bus driver.
Are you going to Taco Bell or not? If not, then sit over there and be quiet. If you don't tell us, he's going to go to the jail. That's how that works.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
These 4 people.
6.
Yo, they giggling too much. Send the rest of them to jail too.
Oh, what are you doing?
God, I'm going to walk with him.
Oh, they having a good old time.
You can sit right there.
Walk that way. No, you're not. Walk that way. Officer McDonald. No, walk that way. 64386. Walk.
They still laughing.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah.
instigating.
You need to take them.
Send them all to jail.
You need to take them.
Yeah, they don't
I know
know.
you're not trying to do all that. I understand that. But
Take them.
We got pepper spray out. We got threatening. We just standing.
Walk that way.
2 of us, 3 of you. What the f you mean? Y'all
Walk
want deep.
that way.
Walk
Now.
What the f
Walk that way now. Or I'm going to put all 3 of you in handcuffs and you can join him in the car. All right? All right. Turn around. Put your hands back. No, turn around. Put your hands back.
That's a wrap.
Tighten up. I'm standing here. You can get.
They're showing so much restraint. He told the other cop, "No, back up. Don't do it." Because he was about to go
Yeah,
handcuff him, and the other
yeah,
cop said,
yeah.
"Don't."
Boss man, go ahead and put your lighter down for me.
If I'm just sitting up,
You're back. You're going to be under arrest too.
what I do?
Battery on Leo.
Battery on, I didn't touch nobody.
Yeah, you did.
Who?
It's on his body camera and the
Who I
program.
touched? Please.
Big bro, I was rooting for you. You idiot. Oh my God. All my people that's watching, if I'm in a dumb situation and I go to jail, please don't be dumb like me and go. I need somebody out there trying to fucking bail me out. How you gonna hold me out now that you going?
In the middle of the arrest was putting his hands on the cops trying to get them off his brother.
Yep.
You can never do that. In the middle of arrest,
Obstruct
I'm a cop and I feel
shit.
some guy's hands on me, on my body, and especially when I got a gun in my holster, I would never allow that.
and the cops told him to stay over there.
Yeah, listen, I'm all for it if cops are doing wrong. This ain't it.
I was rooting for this nigga.
Let him handcuff you. Don't do this. You mean I didn't touch you?
You want to keep taking? Put your hand behind your back.
Do anything.
You see the white boy? My sister said it earlier. You see the white boy? And it's not really like a race thing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not a race thing. It's a ignorance thing. You feel me? Like, that white boy was taught, like, yo, police don't play that shit. Like, even though his friends are wilding, you can see he's like, oh, like, he's showing them, like, he's calm. One thing my father taught me is that when police arrive, make sure you're the least crazy looking person. It doesn't even matter if they were called on you. Make sure you look the least crazy when they show up. That's how they move. They're looking at, okay, who's acting up? It doesn't matter what the fuck just happened. It's who's acting up right now in front of our face. And if you think you're going to just be emotional and da-da-da, your ass is going. They putting your ass in the jacket.
There's the cuff right there. Right on us now. Obstruction.
Wait, did they get the white boy?
They didn't get the white boy.
Nah, that's weird.
That's weird.
That's super weird.
But the
They'll
white boy
take
talking
me
about the white boy.
anyway.
But it's weird.
Nah.
I mean, they'll take you by association anyway. I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to, filing that report and looking on that camera, everything is gonna come back to you being a calm, collective person. Hey, Dez.
He's there and he's not walking.
He was definitely.
Hold on. He's there and he's not walking. He
Yeah.
should definitely go in.
Yeah.
The next is him.
That's weird. That's super weird.
But you see White Boy not doing anything?
He knocked the Uno cards out of him. Where did that come from? They knocked the Uno cards out my. Oh
Funny how
my
they
god,
have the
big.
Uno cards.
So this guy has to go, but if the girl's going, the white guy has to go because they're the same level. Yeah.
Stop resisting.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. A little funny story. I had a girlfriend back in the day. I was with her for like 6 years, right? And I think it was like the 4th year in our relationship. And this is why you got to get to know people you're with, because you never know how they're gonna act in a situation. So we were like in like a party with her family and stuff like that, right? And I'm young. I even had to ask my parents if I could go to said party, right? We go to said party. Me and her are chilling outside in the backyard. I deadass see a cop walk by the fence looking like in the backyard where we're at. And you know, I'm tall so I could see over the fence. I saw the cop's head. And I told her, I'm like, yo, there's a cop like right outside the fence. She's like, what? As soon as I say that, like 3-4 cops walk into the backyard. Flashlight. Hey, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. My ass is right. I wasn't even thinking about going nowhere. Like, I was... You ain't even gotta tell me twice. She gets up and starts walking away. I sit her ass down. I'm like, no, chill. She starts, like, being a little belligerent to the cops. Like, what the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, respectfully, I love you. I need you to shut the fuck up. Like, dead ass. Like, don't argue with these cops. Like, she's like, nah, I don't care. We ain't do nothing. Okay, then why are we acting like we did something? We ain't do nothing. Let's act like we ain't do nothing. The way you acting like it's like we got something to hide. The cops search the crib. They find coke. They find bud. They find scales. Remember, I've never been to this house. She's never been to this house. This was another family's home. That's why I had to ask my parents if I could go. Then she wanted to be like, because the cops could have charged us for being in that, you know, premises and having all that stuff in there. I didn't know anything about that stuff. Since I was calm, the cop dead ass was like, you're good, you can go. Let me go. I had to wait like across the street and watch the situation because her dumb ass wanted to talk. Now they're questioning her and they're thinking about, oh, how do you relate to the drugs that's in the crib? Now she crying, talking about it. I'm like, yo, you should have just be quiet, bro. What are you doing? Act like you've been here before. What the fuck?
Move your legs. Move your legs.
You just scratched the fuck out my face. Man, let me go. Man, you mother off me, man. Man, no way. Let me go. Come on. You know I don't give a fuck. You're under arrest.
They finished laughing.
He said, God dang it.
God dang
I don't know why.
it.
That took me back to my childhood.
Because after saying all that, you're
Ah, man, fuck that nigga. Fuck that bitch too. God dang it.
Zoinks.
Feel like I'm watching.
Oh, shots. These hurt. After saying all that shit, calling them all, and anyways.
I know. It just made me think of Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see what their charges are after this.
They didn't get the white kid. They didn't get the white
kid.
kid.
Not being in, I don't agree with that. They
You-
should have put all three of them. The fact that they put that girl in, they didn't put him in, that's sus to me. And then y'all can't explain either because I watched that arrest and I understand why the big guy has to go because he put his hands on people. Fine. The girl going and not him, that's weird.
The suspects shown were arrested on felony obstruction and disorderly conduct charges.
So, felony.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do. You can't put your hands on
Damn.
cops. I don't know what y'all think is going to happen, but anyways. I did not expect it to end like that. I was fine what the cops did up until that end point.
You gotta be comfortable touching a cop. You gotta, I don't know.
All of this could have been avoided. These kids was raised right. Sorry, but no. And it's not even about the cops. They were disrespectful to the employees in the store. That to me is the most egregious.
Yeah, that's
more
like,
than the
come
cops
on.
is them. They getting paid minimum wage just to work here, have to manage all this stuff, and you gonna help to get these people fired. You gonna make their job much difficult. Nah, fuck these kids, bro. Fuck these kids. They go to this place, they breaking bottles, they leaving messes behind. They just out there loitering, even though they've already been kicked out of the mall before. Nah, fuck these kids. That's what I think.
I mean, all of them, even the white
Fuck
dudes.
them
Yeah,
kids.
I didn't even see a difference, to be honest with you.
No.
But that's me. Thoughts?
No. We said what we said.
People?
Honestly, I agree. Another crazy, and what people don't understand is like acting calm. And I'm not giving y'all no legal advice. You know what I mean? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. But acting calm will let you get away with whatever the fuck you're doing. So I have a story. In high school, it was like, was it senior year? You remember when I had that crazy ass party at the crib?
Yeah, I was at Kimberly's house.
That was like, that was like my junior/senior year. Yeah. So I'm not no lawyer, please. You will get booked if I represent you. But I had we had the free crib. So one of my homies, I don't know why, convinced me to have a party at my crib. And y'all know me, I'm not like a big party all the time type of person. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. Got the free crib. Let's have a party. There was no school Tuesday. So we had the party on a Monday. Mad random. But the crazy thing that we didn't think was like, nobody else is having a party on a Monday, so everybody's gonna come to our party. We didn't think about that till last minute. And one of my fucking friends put the party on Craigslist. I don't know why. It's his fault. It was his fault, 100%. He put the party on Craigslist. We was expecting like maximum like 50 people. I kid you not, there was more than 100 people there, probably 200. Craigslist. Bring your own bottle. The only thing we had was the space and music. We had like 20 bottles by the end of the night because everybody started bringing bottles. We was charging at the door, which is mad illegal. Eventually, because there was so much people, everybody wanted to come in. I went outside, it was packed. My backyard was packed. First floor was packed, second floor was packed. We even had an attic. That shit was packed, right? The party was going amazingly. My boy Chris was DJing. Chris is bad funny because Chris is mad nonchalant. He's very like a stone face ass nigga. Girl twerking right next to his face. He's over here trying to do the music. I'm over here trying to just keep everything calm, make sure nothing's happening. Everybody's having a good ass time. Amazing party. My older brother was there too. The reason why I'm saying this is like, you got to know how to act with the police. So I'm in the kitchen going towards the living room, towards the front door. There's a sea of people, so it's hard for me to get through. I see the door open and there's like 3 big ass lights, and it doesn't look like phones. They're like flashlights. Like, wow. Everybody starts rushing this way. Remember, the front door is towards me. The back door leads to the backyard. So everybody starts dipping. I'm trying to walk towards the front door. They're just pushing me. They go to the backyard. You just hear a bunch of people screaming, like a bunch of people. We had a big ass gate in the backyard. I guess they jumped on the gate. Not I guess. I know they did. At that point, I didn't know they did. All you hear behind, boom, mad loud. Again, boom. I'm like, yo, what is that? Everybody leaves. The house is empty now. Like, there's a freaking liquor bottle in my fish tank. Just floating in there. I'm by myself. I think I was like probably like 16 at the time. I was like 16. Yeah, 16, 17. The cops come in. They're like, yo, what's going on here? We getting noise complaint, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is my house. I had a big party here. It got out of hand. But you just seen everybody from that party literally just run away. We had a black light in the ceiling. The black light fell. And then the cops was like, oh, that's not good. The cops go upstairs. Because now they have a right to search the house, I guess. I don't know. They go upstairs. I don't know who was upstairs in my house. But they had mad bud and scales. You feel me? The cops came down with it. I've never seen a scale in my life. It was like a red scale. I remember it. Because they were coming down and I was still talking to like 2 cops. There was like 3 cops coming down. This day, the cops learned my name. Like, they were like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, my parents are out of town. So we kind of tried to take advantage of it. We had a party. It went a little too far. And they was like, yo, I get it. This was the coolest I've ever seen cops. Ever. They seen the mess that I had to clean up because they also went in the backyard. The whole fence was on the ground. The cops deadass said, like, your parents are gonna kill you, and they let me go. They let me go. No charge, no fine, no nothing. Nothing. Because I was calm and I just told him, like, yo, this is what happened. I'm sorry. I'm gonna clean this up. Like, do what you gotta do. They even found a scale. They could have got me for that shit. Nothing. So they leave. Here's the thing that you gotta understand too. This is real life right here though. They leave, right? I have a basement. They didn't go in the basement, right? Mad niggas start coming out through the basement. There was a nigga hiding behind my fridge. My homie. I know him till this day. His name is Sharon. That nigga was behind the fridge. He mad skinny. He was like, on the fridge. I was like, what are you doing behind the fridge? Slipped out behind the fridge. There was a nigga with my dog. It was funny. It was Source. Source was with the dogs. There was a nigga in my room. My brother bounced. My own brother bounced. There was this is TMI. There was 2 people fucking in the balcony. There was bra and panties in my balcony. I guess the dude jumped off the balcony. He didn't know how high it was. He fucked up his leg. That nigga was still limping. People started coming back to the house. I was upset at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset. Everybody was like, yo, you good? You good? That party was lit, bro. I'm sorry, you good? I'm like, yo, why y'all leave me? That's all I can say. I'm like, yo, why y'all leave me? They was like, nah, bro, we scared. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm good. Y'all don't want to leave me? Even my brother came back. I was like, nah, fuck you, bro. You're older than me and you left me by myself. Like, people will leave you. Just like that kid that got arrested. Like, and then they were laughing after that. That's what you're going to be in. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who really has your back. After that, people started feeling bad. So they was like, yo, how can we help? How can we help fix this? How can we help do this, do that? At that point, I was so upset. I didn't want anybody's help. I'm not going to lie. They did eventually make me feel better because I don't like staying down for too long. But I remember calling the niggas at my church. I said the niggas. Excuse my language. It was the Mennonites. They white people. They called the Mennonites. Mennonite came through. He was like, yo, what the hell happened? They don't speak like that. What happened? I was like, yo, I had a party. They took down the gate. He literally fixed the gate for me that day. He fixed that shit. He put it up. I fixed everything. I cleaned everything. My parents never found out about the party. Guess why they eventually did find out about the party? No evidence in the crib showed them. My neighbor snitched. My neighbor told them, like, yo, your son had a big ass party. It was crazy. I don't know if you noticed, but this was like 2 or 3 years after Project X came out. So people was like, yo, that was like a mini Project X. People were like, yo, you should do that again. I was like, hell no. I'll never do that again. Never. That's why I like little get-togethers, not like big old bashes. And no, I'm good. I'm good off of that. But yeah, that was a situation where I was cooked. It was GG's. I was like, oh, GG's. I'm good. The cops was like mad chill about it. That's how it goes. All right. Next video. That was a good video, y'all. That was a good ass video. Put a W in the chat for Rakim. Like, W video. W Rakim. He's not watching right now. He's probably at the gym, but thank you, Rakim. This is also another Abba and Preach video that Rakim shared. It's called Men Aren't Men Anymore. They Wouldn't Die for Us.
Okay.
This is good. This one might be a little controversial. You know, the internet's always trying to pin men against women. I don't know why. Y'all, we need each other. Stop with the bullshit. We all need each other, okay?
Do you know what mine is? It's trains and people and men. I think, yeah, like men not wanting... It's like the battle of the sexes when it comes to seats on trains.
Yeah.
I've noticed that men don't really want to be getting up for us anymore.
They don't.
Or they pretend you don't exist.
No. They don't pretend that you don't exist. They don't pretend that you're... We saw you. But why would I get up? As a feminist... Just kidding. What is your reason that's not going to stream from patriarchy? I thought we weren't done with that.
Because you're a gentleman.
Patriarchy. So why would I get up? What's the valid reason why I get up? As a matter of fact, I work longer hours. You get up for me. It's your turn.
Yeah, man tends to do more manual labor anyways.
You get up.
I don't see you getting up for construction workers.
You see a construction worker in the bus?
Yeah.
He's been on a roof. Have you done a roof? I've done one roof in my life. One time. Fuck that shit. You in the summer under a roof? Next time you see a construction worker in the you get.
Personally, when I take the bus, I stand up for people. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm young, my legs work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind standing up for people, honestly. But at the same time, you never know what people are going through. You know what I mean? Like, you really never know. What if homeboy just went through a mean leg day? Now he got to get up for your ass. But I do think it's kind to do that. Like, it's kind to do it. But it's not a have to, in my opinion. I think it's kind to do it. I do it. Like, when I'm on the bus and I see older people or even females, I'll get up and I'll stand up. Like, because I'm not lazy.
Get up.
I'm different from Breach. I didn't see you on the metro because that's what y'all asked for. Y'all don't want to be ogled. Y'all don't want to be stared at. Don't worry. I don't even. Yo.
Older people, pregnant people. If you don't get up, you going to hell. Straight up, you burning. You have to. But I'm like just a regular, like, let's say somebody your age. You know what I'm saying? I don't like men versus women bullshit, to be honest. Sometimes we all ain't shit in our own ways. I'm going to work now. Take care, y'all. That's a good one. See you, Des.
More attractive a woman is, the less I look.
Yes.
That's really how I be. I don't care. I'm not looking. I'm trying to put balance in the force, right?
Yes.
You got these dudes ogling you like crazy. I'll be the opposite end. You might as well be Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not interacting. Not.
You could have the nicest pair of titties. Thou shalt see
looking.
no evil, see no titties, see no nipples. That's how I be.
Well,
to the valley of the shadow of your bosom. No.
I mean, I gotta admit, I be manipulating sometimes.
Manipulation.
Well, you be looking in the fucking window to catch a reflection?
Manipulating.
Okay.
Directly?
No, never. Yeah. So it's funny to me because we get to a point where we're treating women very equally, and then they're like, "Well, that's a bit too equal."
And I'm like, no.
I get up out of my seat if I see an old person.
Yeah.
Or if I see a woman with her child, or a man with a child.
Yeah.
I get up out of my seat. Why? Not.
One of the main reasons why I don't like this men versus women shit is, like, one, we need each other. You know, it's another way for the, you know, the higher ups or whatever to put us all against each other. But there was a saying back in the day that I love. It says, if there were no woman in the world, life would literally be a pain in the ass. And think about that.
Oh my god.
Not because of it's because they're older or they're with somebody, you know, who needs it. Somebody's disabled. Okay.
But if you're able,
stand your ass up.
They don't even get that for pregnant women.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's really bad. Like, bring the real men back. How can you see me standing and you're sitting?
It's so bad.
You're a man.
and you're a woman and we're equal. See? Busta Rhymes. Everybody rhymes.
Yeah, Bill Burr said it best. Some of these ladies treat feminism like a buffet.
Yes.
I'll have a little bit of that.
Yes.
Sitting on the seats? No, we don't want that. Equal pay? Absolutely. Could we have women are now outperforming men in academia? Yes. It's like, yo, chill out. Just.
You're actually
a man. You know, if this was the
Yeah.
Titanic, it would be women and children.
Oh.
And it should be the same with the trains.
Let me tell
Women.
But we've evolved from that. And I need my life saved too.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm on Teddy, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. If you're not my wife or my child, I'm not giving up my life. So why?
I'm kicking babies in the throat.
Yeah.
I'm kicking babies in the throat.
The Titanic is romantic.
I just thought of something. I like to think outside the box a little bit, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And I want the ladies in the chat to give me your opinion about this. If you sitting with your man, right? He's sitting right next to you, y'all on the bus, and your man see a girl right there standing up, and your man get up for that girl to sit down next to you, do you feel like that's okay? Do you want your man to, you know, give that woman that seat that's next to you because she's standing? Do you feel like he's being a gentleman? Or do you want him to still sit next to you? You better stay there. Okay, you see, that is sweet. I think it has to go both ways. Like, I think it still has to be sweet. Like, you got to be like, another thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch my words here. I'm trying not to get canceled. How do you feel about your man opening a door for another woman? Like, let's say you walk into the establishment with your man, and your man goes and you see a woman coming. He's like, oh, he goes out his way. He's like, excuse me. Oh, have a good day. How you feel about that? How you feel? I gotta lie. Some people behave entitled about it. I don't like people that behave entitled about it neither. So once an old lady bullied me out of my seat, and my dad was on the bus with me. He told them started like that again. I was only 12. Why the old lady acting like that? He's gonna be with me in the bed. I like how you think, Bunny. He don't gotta do all the things. She said, what the William the fucking door. I can already see that girl face, right? I don't mind that either. Some people are just gentlemen like that. Even I open the door for men and women. Okay, see? That's sweet. That's too much. Like, just open the door. I'm crying. I really appreciate y'all being honest about that.
Because it's not real. You think Jack is up there sitting at the bottom of the ocean, frozen, thinking, "Man, I made the right choice." Seeing his girl get tapped down by other dudes in the afterlife. Dad, you not even my girl, and I'm supposed to sacrifice my life? Hell no. Fuck the Titanic. Fuck that shit. Absolutely not.
I love the Titanic. I watched that movie like 10 times, but that part gets on my nerves every single time. That Jack did that. Like, yeah, both could have fit on that shit. Oh shit, I'm bad. Makes me crazy. Does it sound good now? Does it sound good now? This is a one-man production. Sorry, y'all. Okay. The fact that he gave up the seat, the thing to Rose, I feel like they could have both fit on that thing, and he could have at least been like under her, and she could have been on top of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
That's so crazy. And here's the thing too. It's not like women revere men when they sacrifice their life. They don't build a shrine. They don't do nothing. They just act entitled. Entitled to you losing your life.
You know what the fucked up thing is?
Yeah.
There are shrines for the Titanic. Men built though.
Wait, I'm gonna be real with you. He said some real ass shit though. That's some real ass shit. But I'm gonna be real with you. The Titanic movie. You saw Rose old ass at the beginning. I don't know. Some people don't remember that. Her old ass was giving the story in the beginning. It's been 84 years. Her whole family died. Ex-husband died. She remembered that dick. She remembered Jack. That's all she remembered from that shit. So it was a whole movie. Remember, Jack was broke. He couldn't even get on the damn. You never seen the movie? I just gave you the whole movie, honestly. That's the whole movie. Like, you don't even gotta watch it no more. Remember, Jack was broke. He had to gamble for the ticket. He gambled. Made it on there last minute. He had his whole life in his bag. Rose was rich. Had her husband, fiance, on the boat. Let Jack smash in the car. It was steamy. Jack risked his life for her. She didn't remember nobody else really but Jack. Yeah. Rose is horrible. Horrible.
It's okay to say, listen, I like the idea of men sacrificing for the women, the vulnerable. Fine. Okay, I understand that. But you don't even do it with an ounce of respect or admiration.
No, you're supposed to do that.
Or reverence.
And
you know
nobody got
on one hand, like,
she
y'all
made
be
me
talking
mad.
shit about these dudes. At the same time, you expected them.
But also, to be fair, but I think they added this to the story. James Cameron, that boy know what he doing. I feel like he added this to the story because remember, Jack saved Rose's life. The day they met, Rose was about to commit suicide. She was deadass about to jump off the ship and kill herself. And Jack stopped her. I don't know. I don't know what point I was trying to prove. I just said that. I really don't know. I don't know where you know where I was going with that?
Absolutely.
I don't know where I was going with that.
To sacrifice their life, and it's just like,
I just gave you a nothing sandwich. Sorry.
why would they?
Ain't nobody gonna have respect for you for something that you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to kindergarten. Sit the fuck up. You're supposed to go.
James.
You're supposed to go. You're not gonna get a medal for going. You're gonna get a medal for succeeding at something. So they're not gonna have respect for you. You're supposed to sacrifice your life.
I'm sorry.
There's no reasoning behind it. But I'm supposed to get up when I see you.
It is indeed. The
We're
logic
20,
is
24.
you're a man.
Yeah. No.
And also, she said shit like, yo, bring real men back. Yo, bring the old women back then. Yeah, if you guys want those guys from the past, y'all need to be the people from the past.
Wait, my camera. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Said, yeah, it's true. Yeah, they could have definitely took turns. She could have saved my man. I would have saved my man. One time my boss told me that you don't get an applaud for doing what you're supposed to do. True, but it is nice though. We should applaud people. I don't know how to say this without sound like a dick.
Might as well say it.
I hate when people say I was born in the wrong time. The fuck are you talking about? We still got racism. We still got the bullshit. It was worse back then. Whatever you think was better back then was worse. Okay? Was way worse. And I don't know, like, I feel like if you're gonna ask for like how do I say, like, man, or like how men used to be, right? Which I don't think y'all should be a fan of that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. Yeah, these niggas used to beat their wives up because they didn't cook. Like, the chivalry, I don't even know where that even. I think chivalry was treating somebody like a normal human being. Honestly, they used to be really fucked up back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. You know, there's probably. I know y'all seen The Notebook. I like The Notebook. Not everybody was like The Notebook. Okay, niggas was fucked up, really fucked up. Okay, I love that. It seemed like. I feel like love back then seemed a lot more pure. Let me tell you why love back then seemed a lot more pure, okay? Love back then seemed a lot more pure because I feel like it's a bit of Stockholm syndrome. Like, you're in a world where, you know, you can take and you don't get in trouble until you're caught. So if you don't have property, you're gonna work for somebody, and working ain't like today, not a 9 to 5 and you get clocked in. You're working on somebody's fucking farm to eat, okay? And you're lucky even if you get food, right? Let's say you're the guy with the farm. Now you're taking care of a bunch of people, right? If you're a woman and you want a man and you don't own a farm or a place, that guy can provide that. So guess what you're gonna provide? Milk, eggs, pussy. You know what I mean? You name it, to survive. So I feel like it seemed a little bit more pure because it was for survival. I feel like love back then was for survival. Love right now isn't for survival. You're not really loving somebody because of what they have. Some people do that and they fuck up. You're not supposed to love somebody because of what they have. You love somebody because you just love them, whether they have or not. And you're willing to, you know, go through that with them. I feel like we have a lot of like social media and technology nowadays. You know what I mean? So that's kind of changed things no matter what. Your great grandma, right? Everybody's great grandma had like 10 kids, right? Everybody great grandma would have 10 kids. Everybody wants to act like everything was pure. Do you know how kids are made? It ain't made by reading the Bible. Grandma was tooling that ass up. Grandma was getting that work done. Okay? Everybody's grandma had mad kids. What do you think she was doing? You know what I'm saying? With that being said, not my grandma. Go look up how much kids your grandma had. Go look up. Because nowadays, people judging people for having 2, 3, 4 kids, you know, at a young age. Grandmas had like 5, 6 by 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about your mom, too. I'm talking about your grandma or even great-grandma. We're talking about a time like, you know, there was barely any technology. Everything was like rudimentary. Shit was black and white. All right? You had to put the wires together to get your car started. And you was balling. The niggas that didn't have the wires, they didn't even have shoes. Okay? You know, back in the day, they had to take shoes off of dead people to get shoes. I'm telling you, like, back then was real. You couldn't even get shoes. So, like I said, if you find somebody that you love back then, you're gonna hold on to them. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna hold on to you. My grandmother didn't take notice. She left him and did things on her own. There's grandmas like that. I'm not speaking for the whole. Okay? There's always, you know, people who are different from the whole. But majority of people were falling in love for survival. You remember, you know, what is it called when they make the princess and the person marry? What is that called? Arranged marriages. There were arranged marriages all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So people could get property, people could get things, people could get stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy because it's kind of the same now that I think about it, because people be talking about, you know, money and all that good stuff. But I digress. The reason why back then seemed so pure too is because, you know, people are gonna judge me for this, and I'm sorry for saying this. I'm part of this too. I'm not perfect. You feel me? I asked my mom this because she was like, because, you know, I'm almost 30. She's like, how come you not, you know, how come you don't have a kid right now and blah blah blah, you know, whatever. I want to eventually have a kid. You know what I mean? But I'm, you know, trying to find the right woman, etc. And I asked my mom a simple question. Mom, this is a weird ass question. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She was even looking at me like, what? I was like, Mom, do you have naked pictures of yourself in another man's phone that's not your husband? She said, no. I said, exactly. That's the difference between your time and my time. You wasn't sending naked pictures and this and that and experimenting and doing this and doing that. We live a more fast life. You feel me? So somebody's going to get with you and try to settle down with you like that. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to be careful. You got to get to know who you with. You and my dad probably knew each other for a year or 2 or months before y'all even really did anything. And that was the case. Like, they knew of each other. They seen each other. They grew up around each other. But when it comes to what are you doing with other people, like what is your footprint out there? Like, there was a girl on a dating show. Y'all probably gonna see it on Instagram because it's like a new dating show. This guy was like in love with her and she was about to kiss him. And she was like, no, I don't want to kiss you. And he was like, why not? She was like, we're on television. And he was like, so what? And she was like, I'm going to be married someday. That man could be you or that man could be somebody else. But I would feel bad if that man is somebody else and I'm on TV kissing you. That's thinking ahead. That's thinking like, oh shit, like what I'm doing now is going to affect my spouse later. It's going to affect that person I love later. Back in the day, they were thinking about that one person their whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Now we have so much going on in our faces. We're not thinking about, okay, what am I doing today and how is that going to represent my wife in the future? You understand what I'm saying? Like, even this right now, streaming, I'm putting a digital footprint online. I have to watch what I say, because if I say something disrespectful or if I say something that might hurt somebody's feelings or the woman that I love in the future, she might feel some type of way. I wouldn't want that out there, because guess what? People change. In the future, I could think a little differently than what I think from now. You understand what I'm saying? So back in the day, people kind of had to say the same, because you had so much fucking shit to do. You had to fucking farm. You had to do this. You had to do that. You had to go to church, etc. When you tried to change, you probably got killed. Or something crazy happened to you. But we live in a very fast society, microwave generation. So you got to understand, love is still real, like 100%. I believe in it wholeheartedly. Like, love is still real. I feel like it might be even better than it was back in the day if you do it right. You could text Shorty right now. She gets the message instantly. Great granddad had to send a bird. The bird had to get there a week later. He had to time it and tell grandma, be at the hill in 3 moons. So he had to be like, okay, a week and 3 moons. After that, I got to get the horse ready. The horse got to be fed. All right. The horse got to be okay with me smashing too. Because you don't want the horse to leave while you're smashing. Then he go and smash. That's love. That's real love because you had to work for it. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's microwave. Don't you love a Thanksgiving meal more than a microwave meal? Because it's like that. But the Thanksgiving meal took time. It got layers to it. Somebody put love into it. You can still do that with the air fryer, the microwave, if you know how to do it. But it's the same thing. Like, if you know how to do it, you can have the same love that they say, you know, back in the day. Back in the day's love. You can still have that same love. You just have to do it right. That's just my opinion. If y'all disagree, let me know. Imagine having a sneaky link. 3 a.m. with the horse. I'm crying. You stupid. That's hilarious.
Past 2, but we passed that. So stop bringing that shit up. I really hate it when people do that. Men, you got...
Yo, sorry about the ads, but if you don't want ads, just sub up. Sub up. There won't be no more ads. I'm sorry about the ads. I apologize. But we were talking about how Grandpa had to send a bird and then calculate the time to see Grandpa and get the horse ready and all that shit.
You guys sound just like red pillars. You sound identical to red pillars who say stuff like, oh, women back in the day, the modern women, the water. But what you doing? You talk shit about the modern men. You see how it's 2 sides of the same coin with a lot of this goofy shit?
You want to bring the old people back from the Titanic. Let's be honest. If it was a Titanic, boo-boo, you wouldn't be on the boat, or you'd be on a boat going somewhere else.
I'm crying.
Anyways, move on.
Yeah. And where did all that self-sacrifice get us? It get us to a point where a lot of women just openly talk shit about men every single day.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, what incentive do men do? They don't feel like they're that valued by them.
You actually realize that.
For the men that might be watching, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, when I hear women talk shit about men, I can't relate. I don't get offended. I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I think that we take it a little too personal. If the shoe doesn't fit, it doesn't matter. If the shoe does fit, get an outfit to match, cause it's you.
If the Titanic happened in 2024,
they'll beat us up. We are pissed. We are pissed.
The whole thing is
they
gonna
will
have
use
men
you
on
for
it.
the lifeboat. You see, Kate. What's his name? Jack. Jack would have used Kate as a lifeboat. It would have sat on her head.
Bruh, it would be so bad. When you actually think about it, the fact that back then it was like this gentlemanly thing to be like, no, you need to live.
Yeah.
Even if I die, it's okay.
Yeah.
Now,
chivalry.
It's actually on the floor. That is a very...
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Titanic was a fucking movie. I don't care how much they said women and children first. When niggas was dying, you remember the nigga that hit the propeller? That nigga? Oh my God. I promise you there was niggas pushing and shoving. Anybody care about no women and children when everybody's about to die? Everybody's about to die. Y'all telling me right now y'all believe there's an orderly, everybody's like this just waiting. Burning. Oh yeah, just go, madame. No, that's a lie. That's bullshit they be telling people. I cannot believe. Vasti, you believe that?
What?
You know how they be like, oh, women and children first? Think realistically for a second, Vasti. You think niggas was following that?
No, not at all.
In the fire drill, you think niggas walk in a straight line?
I 100% believe they
Come on.
smacked and they ran
Come on. Niggas was stiff up. Get the fuck out of Get the
waiting for the mistress.
Get the fuck out of her. You start talking with your teeth together. Get the fuck out of my face.
Very valid complaint, actually.
Thank you. Absolutely, I'm glad because I like living. Sorry.
So your life is more valuable than mine.
Save me.
I gotta sacrifice.
I'm not saying my life is more valuable than yours. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be the best man win. There's one lifeboat, one spot. The same way I would compete with another man, I'm gonna compete with another woman. It's the last spot. Whoever wins, and if the woman beats me to it, you know what I say?
Congratulations.
Enjoy life. But why am I supposed to give up the pleasures of life for some idealism? And then I'm just gonna be a footnote in history, and she gonna get no. I'm always for men protecting the women and the children in their lives. Cool. All random, and I gotta die for it. I would this shit, personally.
Because it's so bad.
Honestly.
And I've complained about this actually. On the show.
Really?
Yeah, it's been one of my complaints.
And what about the, like, when it comes to, like, helping you with the luggage as well? Because I see women be talking about that sometimes as well. Like,
It's
guys will
so
see women with
bad.
luggage and they'll just walk past.
They'll
I'm
walk
like,
past.
wow.
Well, actually,
Nah, man. Nah, I'm not. I don't want to be accused of nothing.
See you with luggage and they walked past. I mean, listen, most luggage I see nowadays got wheels on it, so you can pull that bitch.
No, they talk about when you go over the the top bin.
I help anybody. I help everybody. Like if I see someone struggling.
So
with
I'm glad that he brought up this point, because I talked about this on one of my last reaction videos a couple months ago. Is like, you gotta understand, like, men nowadays, more men are more self-aware. You know what I mean? Like, for example, me, I'm self-aware. I know that men out there are rapists, men are aggressive, men, you fucking name it. And just because I'm a nice guy, this girl doesn't see me different from any other man, and she has a right to have her guard up. If I'm walking, and I've done this multiple times, if I'm walking in the street at night and there's a woman in front of me and I can tell she looks uncomfortable, I cross the street because I know I'm probably making her feel uncomfortable, even though I have no plans on doing anything to her. We're probably just walking the same direction. I know that as a man, she doesn't know who the fuck I am, and she probably has a past where men have done things to her. So when I see a woman with like luggage, obviously if it's really heavy, I'm gonna offer. We was at the grocery store. You remember the dude was trying to get the thing, and I offered to help. Like I'm that type of person, but I'm also aware that I don't want to give off the wrong impression or mixed signals or scare somebody offering my help, and that is a bit of trauma. Like that's kind of bad.
They shit up there. I just help people. Yeah. That's generally how I am. I try to be helpful to everybody. So even if it was a guy, he was struggling to get up there, he's a bit shorter, like I'm helping him. It doesn't matter.
For kings.
But if you look like you fine, generally like them overheads, it's not that big, and you can do it. And also think about this too. Think about this. Sometimes you go to help and the people are just like, what? Did I ask you? Why are you just assuming and put your hands on my shit? So it's one of them ones where it's like, I think it's cool to offer. I think it's cool to help people. But I'm not just going to help you because you're a woman. Isn't that not patronizing?
We're done with that.
Isn't it patronizing 100%. To just be like, I don't think you can do this on your own? Now, if you be like, could you help me? I'm more than happy to. What's wrong with that?
And then the response is gonna be like, I could do it, but I want you to do it. Okay, you're lazy.
Here's what kills me too. If you ask most men for help with it, most of them would immediately do it.
But they don't want to ask. Right. They don't want to have to ask.
So you expected us to go out of our way to just do the physical labor for you, but you can't be Bob.
I understand why women don't ask, because they feel like if they ask, they're gonna feel like the man is gonna think that they owe them something. So I understand why women don't ask.
To just be like, hey, could you help me with this luggage? Plenty of people have asked me before. Women have asked me, and I'm like, I'm happy to. Am I less of a man because I didn't do it without you asking? I don't know. To me, it's just this whole conversation, the way it's unfolding, it reeks of extreme entitlement. You know, the same entitlement that makes you think that the world should bend over backwards without you asking for help. The same entitlement that thinks that I should lose my life so you can live. A person I've never met before. Mm-hmm. What about the women in my life who rely on me? What about my mom, my girl, my children? They no longer have me because I want to sacrifice myself for you. Is that a good thing?
So I'm not even sacrificing my life. I'm sacrificing everybody else around me.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. And again, this is the part about it that's the most important. What standard is, whatever. When they speak about men having to die for them, there is no amount of respect for it. They don't speak about it with any kind of sanctity for life. It's an expectation. You should lose your life so I can live. The gravity of it is nowhere in their speech at all. And you see it too when people talk about like events that happen in life or whatever. They'll be like 100 people died, including 10 women and 3 children. So like 95% of it was dudes, and they're not even like mentioned properly. It's just something about the way that men are just expected to die for others, irrespective of whatever life goals and aspirations they had, that I find a bit gross in this kind of speech. You know what it feels like? It feels like the same entitlement that a lot of conservatives or people have in regards to women.
Can y'all hear the video? Because I definitely had the desktop audio muted this whole time.
In their bodies when it comes to like maintaining things. And it's like you feel that entitled, but you don't feel the need to support them when they have their kid. You don't need to feel to support them and make sure they have the right services when the children are brought into this world and are growing up. It's like,
it's funny how most people that are pro-life are for the electric chair and going to war and all that shit. Depends on the life, I guess.
Exactly.
And they can hear you huffing and puffing, or you even huff, you're like, oh, God, okay. And they'll just be like, move out of the way.
Or they'll probably even tell you, make sure you don't lift your back.
Or they'll be like,
Make sure you
excuse
lift
me,
your legs.
excuse me. And then they're like, hi. And then they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, excuse me, please. And then they'll walk past you.
Listen.
It's so bad.
It really is bad.
That is a valid complaint.
all that huffing and puffing, could you help me? Of course, problem solved.
Oh, now it's echoing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's all it takes. Could you help me? But you guys are so entitled that even the idea of asking is offensive to you. And then when you don't ask and you don't get what you didn't ask for, then you complain about it on a podcast. It's crazy.
They don't talk.
Bitch, use your words.
They don't talk.
Use your fucking words.
They don't talk, but they want a man that communicates. That's wild to me.
Talking's,
You couldn't.
we've been through this. Talking's hard. All right, we gotta start making it. Talking is hard. It's hard.
Give me good.
That is wild. You can't use your goddamn words to express yourself, but you want the person to communicate. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. The level of audacity that it takes to tell someone you need to communicate and you want the person to read off your mind is astonishing. My flabber is gasped. My awe is palled. No.
I just want
no.
all the people complaining about this problem, I just want you guys to do a little social experiment. Ask for help. Ask for it and see if the men that you think are so self-centered and don't care about you at all won't get up to help you.
Everybody got
And 99% of men would. They would. But I digress. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. I want to see in the comments below. Y'all can do your debates, by the way. We do have a subreddit where I got this topic from. We also got a Discord where we discuss a lot of these topics. So look in the descriptions below. Both me and him are on Instagram, so if you need the socials, go check them out.
That was a good one. I thought it would have been a little bit more controversial than that. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. All right. Next video. It's about another teen acting up. But now it's a white boy.
Responded to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance in the parking lot.
What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What car you in?
I ain't in any.
Let's go. Then you gotta get out. Let's go.
Nah, I don't gotta go nowhere.
I live here.
I don't got. Yeah, I live here. You don't got. What you walking up on me like that for? What's up?
What's your address?
Take that vest off. Come on.
Take that vest off for me.
Come on.
Take that vest off for me.
How did we get here?
Yo, what's up?
This is the YN staple right here. Once you see this,
What's up?
with the show.
What's up, bud?
What's up?
You got a problem with me, bud?
What's up?
Hey, we'll take it out behind the trailer
Fucking
right now.
do something. Fucking do something.
What's your address?
Take that vest off. Come on.
Take that vest off for me.
Come on. Take that vest off. You know. Come on. Take that shit off. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. What's up? What's up?
Let's get it. What's up? You talking like you about to do something,
Listen,
sir?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been to a lot of UFC fights. I ain't never want to see One Direction fight. Sit your ass down, okay? You look like you should be auditioning for a boy band.
Damn.
Why y'all trying to be tough out here? And you know what's funny? Even
Yo,
UFC fighters don't
One
act like
Direction
this.
is crazy.
This is I don't know how to fight behavior. This is I get smacked and I look shocked behavior. He said, take off your vest.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Wanna squabble up? Huh? You wanna squabble? Huh? Wanna squabble? You wanna squabble?
Said that's Connor from Homeroom.
Like like you're not a bitch. Take that shit off. Come on, nah, take that shit off. Let's get it. Where do you live? Your partner getting like he's gonna do something. You ain't gonna do shit. Where do you live, man? I live right here. There ain't nothing about it. Do something about it. How about that? Take this shit off and do something about it.
What is the beef?
Like how we
And I thought what that means. This is him.
The height comparison.
Are you okay? Like the way he looked back at that guy was like, "Hey, I'm glad you're seeing this shit." Right?
He looked like camera. He looked at his part.
He's definitely crashing out. This is a Disney Channel ass, Nickelodeon ass crash out though. Like this was unwarranted.
We're gonna be on YouTube.
Take it off. Take it off. Okay, let me see. Yeah.
And you could tell he's nervous. Like, why you even doing this, bruh?
Gonna get shit. Okay, take it off and you see. Well, what you laughing for? I'm writing your shit. What you
And the guy goes, "What you laughing about?"
He's not even mad. He's just, yo, nothing happened. I'm asking you for
Hold on. You know
we're
what's
about to get fucked up.
You never know. One Direction might fuck him up. Let's give him a
Maybe.
listen.
Let's go.
All right, let's see what Backstreet Boys got.
Writing your shit. Take it off.
Yo, I need to go back. Yeah, cause
The most replays.
it's come on, bruh. Why are you arguing with a dude that could hold you like that?
They train for that.
That was come
All right,
on.
let's see what Backstreet Boys got.
Writing your shit. Take it off.
Come on, ain't no man holding me like that. You got my tricep in the palm of your hand, and my bicep in the palm of your hand. Come on, bruh. The head didn't even catch up yet. The body's under the arrest. The head don't even know what's going on yet. It was like in Solo Leveling when Jinwoo was fighting the ice niggas, and the nigga was still smiling. Jinwoo already killed his ass. Look at that, wow.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Because he went like, oh. You can't be talking like that. And every 30 seconds, go do something. Do something. Do something, huh? He has his hair in his face. You can't do that.
Hey, listen, I've seen High School Musical. Them cats.
Jazz hands? Shubap dubap. Let's go.
Shubap dubap.
Shubap dubap. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, I'll give you that shubap dubap.
Shubap dubap. Woo. Jazz hands.
Yeah, it's even funnier to me because I love High School Musical. Like I can't even imagine Troy going through some shit like this. Like, come on, bro. Like, get it together. You know your grades are lit. You know you popular. Like, it's all good.
Nice sweep. No. The sweep. His head hitting the bumper. Oh my God, I love everything in that video.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Stop resisting. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. I'm a minor.
Oh.
I'm a minor? Did he say that? No, he did not. No, you can't just I'm a minor card after you do all
I'm a
this.
minor.
No. You know what? You talk like that to police? Jail.
Jail.
You do the minor card?
Jail. And get punched by a grown-up too.
Also jail.
You want to do adult behavior? Yo, you want
When he
to do
didn't take
adult
their basketball
behavior?
scholarship.
Get some adult punishment.
What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do jail.
Yeah. If you're a minor, behave like one. Respect your elder. Cause you don't want these adults to put their hands on you.
Do something. You asked for it. You did that shit to a 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot cop. You did that to.
I saw.
And we be seeing fat cops, out of shape cops. You talking to a cop that look like he work out, that look like he can move. What are you doing?
We all saw it right and left. Do something. Hey, you a bitch. Do something. I'm a minor.
No, you're not a minor. You're grown up.
So why'd you get in my face? What, you gonna hit me? Huh?
Oh, sir, good.
That was sir.
You need no, because sometimes when I was a kid, I needed a little.
The sir has no weight after you embarrass yourself. He's a cop look like Captain America. Kind of trying to fight
just a
him.
little, just to shake you up and to be like, oh shit, where my manners at? I think I lost them. I found them. Thank you very much. Yes, now it's sir.
My guy rolled there talking about, hey man, your pronouns are bitch. And now he went, sir?
Yes.
My lord? My lord? My family's starving, my lord.
Yeah, you're starving.
I told you stop balling up his fist, right?
My family.
My face.
You hurt me.
Hey,
Nah, that floor hurt.
back up.
You ain't gonna do shit. Danny Phantom.
Back up. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. Roll up on your side. Stand up.
You doing, bro?
Get back right now. Back up. Back up. I got my. Hey, roll with y'all, man. Roll with y'all.
Nah, it's
Back up. Hey, back up. Back up now.
I got it. Help, what you got? It's all good.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
But you see that looks like his brother, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
they got the same bowl cut.
That's definitely Zach and
I'll
Cody.
say this. You know, we're
Definitely.
seeing, we're laughing, right? But this is what happened when some of y'all act like idiots.
sweet life.
It's not y'all. It's your family that y'all hurt. It's the people around you that you guys hurt. That's why we tell y'all to stop fucking around, find out. It's like that went to Philippines and now he dead, right? Who did he traumatize? His family, because he didn't want to listen to nobody.
Yep.
He wanted to do whatever he wanted, found some consequences, and now everybody want to talk about, but you traumatize the people around you. That's why I call these people assholes.
That's a
They
fact.
don't care. They know something's wrong and
That's
they
a
still
fact.
do it. So this kid, do I feel bad for him? No. But I feel bad for his brother. What's his brother supposed to do? He was inside. He came outside, seen his brother being arrested. He didn't see what happened before.
But he didn't do nothing. Yeah, you don't know that, buddy.
We don't know, but it's a natural reaction to want to protect your sibling when you see it, because you didn't expect this, right? You were just in the backyard. Now they're in handcuffs, right? So that's the fucked up part. Is you hurt them.
I don't know if the guy that's holding him back is his dad, but he's doing the right thing. He's gonna save one of his sons because the other one is gone.
No big
Facts.
deal. Sit down. Joey! It's no big deal. Joey! It's no big deal. Joey, bro! Do nothing.
You need the balls to drop a bit, bro.
Put your head down. Put your head down. Put your head down. Put your head down. Put your head down.
And now you guys can open your eyes.
Oh shit. Yo, jeez, tu sais que c'est pas top? Si je magasinais ça sur Amazon.
I think it's an
The
ad.
holidays always get easier for me because I get better at giving gifts. And when it comes to the men in your life, look no further than the extra wallet. Having to not redo my card.
You can get in my face. You were about to hit me, dude.
I was not about to.
So why'd you bar your fist and get in my face?
Because, dude, you're running up on me.
Yeah, okay.
Now you want to say I didn't do nothing, bro.
Nah.
Bro, these kids, man, they want to act and say whatever they want. Then when they find these consequences, they want to run on the fact that they're a minor. You know what, though? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of the people know that they are behaving. They're behaving like adults, and they want to use their minor status when things don't go well. That's why I say sometimes these 17, 16-year-old men, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, because they're out here acting like big people, and then they run and hide about I'm a minor. Fuck that.
That goes for everyone.
Yeah, some of y'all need to get smacked because your parents didn't smack y'all. Y'all deserve to get smacked.
There's like the societal handicap that some of y'all groups have that you use and abuse.
Absolutely.
You think that because you're a kid you can run up and talk crazy? No, you're gonna get this squirt. You think you're a woman and you can't be touched, so you're gonna put your hands on people and don't think nothing is gonna happen to you? You're gonna get this squirt. Okay? I'm not for that, but that's the ramification of your actions.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. You think you have some kind of handicap or privilege? And you don't. You can get this.
What's going on with him? Step out.
Hey, you got keys, bro? I'm sorry. I was just hyped up, dude.
He said I was just hyped up drinking. I thought you was a minor.
Oh, man.
What happened to that? So you act like a fool. You threaten people. Talk about you want to fight them. You drink alcohol. When all of it comes crumbling down, you want to hide behind you're a minor.
So who sold you the alcohol? Who gave you the alcohol?
Yeah.
'Cause that person can get that work too.
Let's go in the gym.
If you get in my face, I'm
not in your face, bro. I'm sitting as close as him.
You are in his face.
It's 3 feet of space.
Hey, you a bitch, bro. Over there right now.
You's a bitch, bro. You bitch made, bro. You bitch made.
Johnny! What happened? And now you calling someone else bitch made?
Yo.
My guy. Yo pitch was crazy.
Did you say yo bitch?
Yo pitch was crazy. And now you calling someone else bitch made.
That's crazy.
My guy, you hit notes I didn't even know was possible.
What's up, Maria? It's that time of the year. And I, Joey, what would you do?
You bitch made, bro. You bitch made.
Damn, both the kids is fucking lost.
Yeah.
And that's on the parent. If that is the dad, look at the dad. He don't even respect you, bro. How is it that a dad is present and a cop is present and the son is the loudest one? Yo, my dad would have smacked me in front of the cop and would have put me in handcuffs himself if he would have seen, not for the cop to take me away, but I'm about to get fucked up at home. That's crazy. And that's what I mean. When you see all these kids doing it, 95% of the time is the parents. And then you see the parents getting further, and look what the parent is doing. He's just trying to hold them back. Your son don't respect you enough when you tell, hey, listen to me.
That's some crazy shit. My mama or my dad was there, and this shit would have, and they see me be talking crazy to the cops.
I told you several chances. I said, hey, stop balling your fist. Chill out. I apologize. All right, I accept your apology, but we didn't have to take it to this level, man. Well, you look like you were going to hit me.
I know, and I apologize.
All right, why'd you what's all the balling up your fist?
Sorry, so I'm just heading up. There's a situation going on, sir. Honestly, I apologize.
Yeah, but listen, man. Anytime you come across police, you ball up your fist and get in somebody's face. I'm not. You know, what do you think? I'm gonna punch you back. I'm gonna let you punch me in the face.
No, I know, sir. Trust me.
So
if you were to taste me, I'd understand. Truthfully, like you got me in my ribs a couple times. It's fair.
Dude, yeah, I don't know what you did, but I appreciate you calming down.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Listen, it's not personal, man. I'm doing my job. I appreciate you being sorry, but you know, you screwed up. Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. I was acting big and tough.
Yo, I am one.
He flipped the script.
I'm really not a fan of cops. This has nothing to do with that. He really is doing his job.
Yeah, literally.
He really be doing his job.
And it's easy to apologize after the fact. I'll say, I'm sorry, I really messed up, blah, blah, blah. He's not letting you off the hook, and he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
And he shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
He said, what did he say? He said, listen, you fucked up. Yeah, because right now it's very easy to say all the right things because you're recognizing the consequence of your actions. Sometimes you actually need to suffer those consequences properly.
Vraiment, ça. That's it.
So we make sure your ass don't do that shit again.
Yeah.
So your brother sees what happens when you act a fool. Because if we just undo the cop, how do I know you're going to tell your brother the truth? Are you going to actually be remorseful? No. Go suffer whatever consequence. And also, people can say, oh, he didn't do nothing. Sorry. Nobody's going to wait for you to swing.
No.
And I remember exactly what happened. He stepped forward before the cop.
Yeah, he did.
He stepped forward one time, and then the cop said,
he did.
He said, I can't let you get close. No, what? You don't know I
So
can't let you get close?
Can't let you get.
Please stop.
Once you hit that,
I can't let you get close.
that's literally the video I was just talking about.
You went like that.
I can't let you get close, brother. Fuck out of here.
I can't let you get close, man. I can't let you get close.
I can't let you get close. That
He
just
was-
sounds like a Street Fighter line.
He was ready.
Round one, fight! I can't let you get close.
Sword.
Yo wanna say, I don't wanna be your friend.
He sounds like he has a stuffed nose.
I don't wanna be your friend. This is Brazil. You go to man. You go to man. I don't want to be your friend.
That accent is perfect.
I don't want to be your friend. I don't like you. I don't want to like you. I don't like you. I don't want to like you.
I can't let you get.
I don't want to be your friend.
Nah, that's hilarious.
I'm right here. We'll call or do whatever needs to be done. Okay. I'm gonna explain to you whatever we're calling.
Oh,
Yeah, the brass knuckles.
that's a brass knuckle.
That's in his pockets?
That's all. It's not the cop that has that.
Okay, I didn't see that. That's
I'm gonna explain to you. Unfortunately, right now is gonna be arrested for what he just did. All right, they're gonna.
Wait, what's the charge? Out of curiosity.
I'm gonna talk to the other officer exactly find out what the exact charges are. What's gonna happen is he's gonna get taken down there. We're gonna process him, and then
Why is he looking at?
how old is he? 20. He's 20 years old.
You 20, built like you 14, talking shit to a cop, saying you're a minor, and you're not even a minor.
Oh shit! The plot twist.
So you lied. All that shit about I'm sorry, man to man, I should have done that. And then he said, I'm a minor.
I think it's probably resisting arrest or something like that.
They've been together. I wasn't around for a while.
It's probably a misdemeanor. It's probably a misdemeanor resisting arrest charge. He just wanting to know. He's fired up about it.
Get back in that damn house.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything.
You saw that? The brother trying to come out, the dad's just pushing him in.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I want to be out there. And the pastor's like, get the fuck inside. Which is crazy.
No, you should.
Because my dad, he would have been like, get inside. No.
Dead ass. Dead ass.
He'd be looking at other people.
What?
And then I'd be like, no, but I thought. And then he'd be like, who asked you? Who gave him permission to think? Get your ass inside.
Get your ass inside.
What?
Mes amis, this...
Who gave him permission to butt?
Ce n'est pas une conversation en train de...
Now, you see, I'm saying all this. He would never say this. He would look at everyone. Everyone would know that's what he's saying. Like, the audacity to butt. You dare to butt. You know, it's funny because once you have a parent like that, you become so in tune with things. A simple stare, not even like this, just a glance, like, you know what it means.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You be at dinner table, you say the wrong thing, your dad just like, you're like, oh, fuck, man. Ass whooping later. Just from because you said the wrong thing at the table with the rest of the family. It's just funny to me see kids being this disruptive in front of cops. That's just crazy to me.
Alright, you want to talk to him real quick? I'm going to end up taking him to the house and then he's going to take a ride, okay?
No, I don't care now. I just want. Can I stand up and at least say goodbye?
No, you can't get out of the car, man. You got to stay there.
Are you arresting me?
Yeah, you're arrested right now.
For what?
For what?
Am I arrested?
He thought he said the right things.
Yeah.
He's getting out of the car.
Yeah.
This kid's not sorry. He hasn't learned his lesson. This is what I meant when I said don't ever. When I said that before, then you realize he lied about the being a minor part, and you realize that he doesn't think he's going to be arrested. If he had humility, he would say, "Listen, I'm sorry," and then what happens happens. But not him. He said, because I apologized, I thought we good, I'm not going to be arrested. That's how he's acting. That means his apology wasn't about apologizing. It's to get him out of trouble. He's not actually rectifying his behavior.
You're arrested right now.
For what? What did I do?
For assault on a law enforcement officer.
That's not assault. I never touched you.
Okay, well, you were about to. That's why it's
No,
assault.
I wasn't about to.
See? So all the stuff that he pretended to be accountable for, that he's like, man, y'all could have tased me. I get it. Now, when he has to face consequences, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. That's what I meant. It's easy to talk all this fluff shit. That's why I said, because I know a lot of people, when he apologized and said all that, let the kid off, man.
No.
He just went, fuck that kid, and call the people who enable him. Yeah, he's this way because his parents let him be this way, and because a lot of people in society are okay with this shit. Someone just apologized after doing something egregious, and people just accept it. Oh, you know what? We'll just give him a third chance. He doesn't deserve any. He deserves consequences. Because unfortunately, not everybody's the same. Some of y'all learn just with some harsh words. Other people need to get smacked in their face. Other people need to go to jail. Other people need therapy. But you can't use the same hand with everybody.
Dude, I gave you so much respect, and you know it, man. I gave you respect so much.
Dead ass.
Like, I had like 2 seconds.
How many?
You see when you get older?
Listen, man. How many times did I try to tell you, hey, relax, and stop balling up your fist?
Like maybe once. I'm sure it's on your body.
Okay, someone, buddy.
Okay, close the door.
Yeah.
Close the door. Fuck
We're
this
good,
kid.
we're good.
And y'all need to start saying this more. I can't even say kid anymore. He's 20.
No, he's 20.
Man, this guy.
This dude.
Censor the F words, please. Because we said it quite a bit.
Yeah, buddy, it's all about it.
I said it maybe once.
Do you even know what you were called for? Called for like disturbance or what? I mean, I know a decent amount about cops.
Something like that. One of your neighbors called.
A neighbor calls for disturbance.
Yeah, something like that.
But why did y'all go after him? Of course he's gonna say that that's cops.
C'est maintenant que tu dis quelque chose? C'est maintenant que tu t'as gun pour dire quelque chose? After how many minutes that's now that you say something?
Hey, listen.
God damn, Granny.
Been drinking and stuff, or
Huh?
been drinking a little bit?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You say you was
No,
on.
he hasn't been drinking.
Book him. Throw the book at this dude. Yo, book him. 1 minute he's minor, now he's 20. 1 minute he was out there for drinking, now he's not drinking.
Serial liar.
Yo.
So a bunch of people say that, like you got in the officer's face and stuff, and told him to take
Oh,
his
we were
stuff.
close, yeah. Like I was talking shit, I'll admit, but that's just talking shit, you know? If I had so much time to touch him, if I was gonna touch him, I would touch him. You know, I was just talking shit, I'm stupid.
What were you saying to him?
Like I don't even remember how it happened. I was just talking shit. Like I was just.
I don't remember. See? Has selective amnesia. You know what? I be forgetting too. What did you do with her? We're just hanging out in her bed. What were you doing in her bed? I don't remember. But she's pregnant. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah. Jail. Straight to jail. Is he gonna do jail time? Probably not. It's a misdemeanor, not a big deal. But You know, he's an idiot. And he's gonna have to suffer from this a couple more times because it's clear he hasn't learned his lesson and he won't anytime soon. Anything else from you?
No.
Yeah, he's gonna have some more hard times. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't know where you get off talking
Enable
like that
kid.
to cops. That's crazy.
Take off your jacket and do something. Ooh, balling up your fist like you. And on top of that, you're built on the frame of a wet chip. You're gonna talk all that smack.
I mean, it don't even matter if you're big or small.
It don't matter.
I mean, if you're big, it's even dumber. Because then the cops will take you as even more of a threat, and you might use some lethal force. Yeah.
Yo.
So it's just stupid.
Nah,
Don't
that
do it.
is hilarious.
That's the first one I've ever heard.
The picture made it even funnier the way it was leaning.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You didn't see the picture?
No.
Nah, you gotta see it. You gotta see the picture.
Force, yeah.
100%.
So it's just stupid, period. Don't do
Look at the picture.
I mean, it don't even matter if you're big or small. You
It
just
don't matter.
Wait,
Balling up your fist like you. And on top of that, you're built on the frame of a wet chip.
Look at he's on a chip.
Gonna talk all that.
That shit was leaning.
Weak.
Oh my god. And I agree with them because you could tell he's the type of dude, he's gonna come back from that experience and use that like to bully people or like talk shit or like, yeah, I got booked. That was shut your ass up. Shut your dumb ass up. I've seen that happen so many times. He would come back talking about, yeah, I got like, bro, nobody's impressed you got caught, nigga. The fuck? Alright. That was our last Abba and Preach. We got 3 more videos. I'm gonna do a long one for y'all today because it's been weeks since I did a reaction video, y'all. It's been weeks. So I'm making up for it. 6 videos today. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time. This one is called Black Women Are Attacking Black Men for Being Good Fathers. Wow. That's I don't know.
Yo.
Wow.
Being a girl dad.
Seeing her grow, man. Eventually just learning new things.
You can't even explain it, man. Like the level of responsibility that you feel.
I feel like it gives you purpose. You got a little female version of yourself.
I mean, look, producing such a production.
Seeing your own mother in your child.
I'm a general sensitive person anyway. See, when you have a daughter, bro, it brings out a different side of you.
A daddy-daughter relationship, when it's nurtured properly, it's a special thing, man.
Even when their personality comes through and they start talking to you, telling you things they think, yeah, man, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
The hardest part, knowing that she's gonna grow up.
Your thoughts can run away with you, as in, you know, you think about them growing older and all the little crosses them that's around.
Hey, listen, you, yeah?
So the hardest part, yeah, I would say is the sassiness.
Watching her cry. Especially when it's because you've told her off.
Having to limit your love so you don't spoil them. Obviously, you want to do everything, but you can do too much.
There's no hard part, really and truly. It's all a blessing. It's humbling. It's just. What else is the hard part?
Nah, Sagar, you dumb for that comment. He said, you know his friends had free Connor in the bio.
Oh man.
That nigga did 12 hours.
I just worry about like just how this world is and how evil it can be. Do you get me? And it's just about protecting them and guarding them and growing them in the best possible way, with the best morals, to become one of them good people in the world. Fly Link Up TV.
Fly Link Up TV.
Yeah.
So what have we just watched here? We just watched a video of some black men explaining what it's like to have a daughter. The joys and the hardships. Speaking about how proud they are and how much they love being a father. What a positive video. But you see, this is the internet. And I've said this before. If you're famous enough, you can literally come out and say the most positive shit. Man, what a great day today. I'm so blessed to be alive. And someone will say, but it's not a great day for the kids in Africa though. Privileged boy. Yeah, it's not a great day for the people in Palestine though, is it? And why do people do that? They do that because they're bitter and miserable and they want you to be bitter and miserable. And what do we know about the internet is where all the bitter and miserable people congregate. So people are now bashing these men.
What up, Empress?
Because apparently
Thank
their
you for tuning
kids
in.
aren't dark enough.
Guys, I just want to talk about Layla's song very, very quickly. Just give me a minute of your time so I can rant, okay? What I would like to know is, why do people come on this app and lie? Like, why? Why are people pretending that we don't have eyes? That are we supposedly blind? We can't see? Like, for stating the obvious and stating a fact, black women are now being told that they are haters. Hating what exactly? I'm very confused. But anyway, let's go over the facts. Krept decided to do a video shoot, you know, for his daughter. Invited along some of his friends, associates, colleagues, I'm not sure. These men brought their daughters, who all happen to be, apart from one person maybe, of light skin, mixed race, you know, complexion. This has now been highlighted on social media, and now there's some backlash saying that people are hateful and miserable, and apparently black men are hated, and this is a major deflection because no one's hating on you. And the fact is, there's videos I've seen of men saying that, you know, everyone should be celebrating the fact that they're in their children's lives. Okay, that's nice. That's your job as a father, no. But anyway, put that aside. Who's to say that you didn't just pick your child up and go to the video shoot? You may not have even seen your child for the past month. Who knows? I don't know. Being in a video, what does that mean? But anyway, like, I just want to know, like, where did this come from? Like, I just can't understand it. Like, it's actually frustrating me. Like, I need some answers.
This is absolutely diabolical behavior. Not only do you see such a positive video and make a negative assumption, but then you double down on the negative assumption. Oh, what if these men just picked up their daughters today? They probably haven't seen their kids for a month. There's something wrong with you. Like, you have internalized hatred that you need to figure out, okay? But we're not done. We got some more.
So I have been trying my hardest to stay away from the colorism discussion which is sparked after Krept's video. But let me say this.
I have some opinions, but I need to watch more because I'm like, my mind is going crazy right now. And the twist is cooking right now. You get into the tender parts. This shit cooking.
I understand why this conversation is happening. I think it's a conversation that needs to happen in the community. And I also understand the painful undercurrent of this conversation. As a dark-skinned black woman, like, I get it. I get it. Here's what I really want to happen. I want dark-skinned black women to use the energy that we put into trying to convince others to see us and to hear our concerns and to hear our complaints and to hear our experiences, and those who are unwilling to acknowledge and accept what we're saying to be our truth. Rather than us trying to convince the unwilling to see that and accept that and understand that, I want us to put that energy into ourselves. Because a lot of this discussion is wasted energy trying to convince somebody into seeing your perspective when they willfully do not want to see your perspective. It's wasted energy. I want us to use that energy and pour it into ourselves. I want our focus to be on us. I want our focus to be on pouring into people and spaces that want to see us excel.
Look, black Twitter, black TikTok is a cesspool, okay? These black women, they hate themselves, they hate black men, they hate anything positive. They're just some of the saddest people on the planet. And this is common knowledge at this point. But this is the room that they're talking about, where all the kids are biracial besides one. Interesting. I'm looking at the video and I'm like, the majority of these kids are of the darker skin tone. You have a few light skinned ones in there, but the majority of them are like my color. Now,
why does that even matter?
Colorism is a big thing. Okay, light skin, brown skin, dark skin. It's so weird.
I want to just comment on what that first girl was saying, the one that couldn't even get out of fucking bed to make a video, but want to judge people. Talking about, how didn't I know you just picked up your daughter? Let's say that was the one day he picked up his daughter. Who gives a fuck? At least he's picking up his daughter to do something with her. There's kids that don't have parents around at all. Like, we have to focus on the positive, not on the negative. I get it. The negative is there, but you're giving energy to that. You know what I mean? They say there's two wolves in your mind. One that is negative and one that's positive. You know which one survives? The one that you feed. So you're feeding into the negativity. Who gives a fuck if that was the first time he picked up his daughter? That's not even your situation. Most likely it's not, because who picks up their daughter one time to do a photo shoot and the whole video thing with all the homies? And in the video, you can see how these kids are interacting with the parents. You can tell when the kid hasn't been around said parent, or the kid, you know what I mean? Kids aren't that comfortable with strangers all the time. You know what I mean? Especially a stranger that's trying to act like their father or whatever. You know what I mean? If you really know kids, yeah, exactly. Thank you. The daughter seemed happy. Like, she was doing little boxing jabs, high fives, and you know, what are we talking about right now?
Really is. Because people will look at me and say, I'm of the lighter skin tone. But I'm like, I live in England. And maybe because a lot of people don't have the experience of living somewhere that's hot all the time, like living in their natural element, or an element closer to their natural element, that they don't know that your skin color as a black person in the West probably isn't what it actually is. Now, this is me at 16 years old in my natural element. This is what I actually look like, right? So I'm much lighter now, here living in England, than I actually am. If you apply that to these black people here, there's no way you can tell me that the majority of this room is light skin. There's just no way. But even if that was the case, why does it matter?
Dead ass.
Like, why is it?
I'm not commenting on the colorism part because I still don't understand it. Like, I honestly don't get it. I don't get what the issue. I don't even get what the topic is.
Positive video showing that black men are actually active fathers. Why is it that you pick this video to be a bitter bitch?
Song, the video, and everyone's reaction to it at the moment has really got me thinking. First and foremost, I think that as black women, we need to stop making...
Is this the lady that was laying down? Commenting? Sound like it.
Certain observations online because it falls on deaf ears. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that it should fall on deaf ears. I'm not saying that we should be silenced. I'm just saying that the only people that are going to be listened to when it comes to how black men treat black women are black men. The message around protecting black women and, you know, dating black women, preserving the black community or whatever that might mean, that conversation cannot come from black women anymore, because black men have become desensitized to this conversation when we discuss it. And yes, I agree, and I've seen that we don't really get that many black men speaking on it, speaking on our behalf, advocating for us. But in my opinion, I do think that we need to start showing action as opposed to talking about it so much. And what that means is go where the love is. Go where you are loved, where you are supported, where you feel safe, where you are adored. Go there rather than focusing on where that love isn't. And
it's actually like perplexing to me how you can have black women, right, who say, I'm an independent queen, I don't need a man, boss babe, all this stuff. But then also wonder why black men disengage when you start speaking about protecting black women and all this nonsense. Like, I find it, like, that is how the two things can... I find that crazy.
This exceeds race. I'm not saying that we should completely stop dating black men. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is date the guy that likes you. Focus on the guy that shows you love. It's that simple, really. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of the same rhetoric that they don't like us, they don't choose us, they only go for racially ambiguous women, they don't find us attractive, we're not their preference, colorism, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't mean that these things don't exist. Of course they exist, but why are we putting all of our efforts and our focus on that part of the conversation and overlooking the people that do love us, that do care for us, that do want to date us and do want to give us good quality relationships?
If you're a negative person, you're gonna hyperfixate on negative things, because that's just what you are, right? If 85% of black men, for example, date within their race, the negative people are only gonna focus on the 15%.
Yo, I'm on the same type of time as you. I don't understand how that video sparked up this conversation, but that's the issue that this guy's talking about, and that girl kinda. It's like, what I'm getting from it, it's main character. Hey Kai, what's up? Thank you for the sub. 10 months strong. Oh my god, you're amazing. Thank you so much, Kai. I forgot where I was going because Kai interrupted me. My bad. What up, Kai?
Hi, Kai.
Thank you for subbing. I really, really appreciate that. I think that it's main character syndrome. It's definitely main character syndrome. It goes back to what we were talking about. Well, I was talking about a couple days ago, where when you bring up something, even though it's a very serious topic, if you don't know how to read the room, you're actually doing more harm than good to said topic that you're bringing up. And some people don't understand that. They think because, you know, they're going through something that has to be the topic, or that has to be what everybody's thinking or talking about, but don't understand that everybody's going through separate shit. This could be a situation where nobody wants to think about any of that stuff. And it's kind of selfish for you to want to talk about it. Last thing I'm going to say, it's like when you're apologizing, like when you're wrong, like when you do somebody wrong and you're apologizing, and that person doesn't want to hear you're sorry right now, but yet you want to apologize to them, you're going to do more harm than good, because you're trying to make it about you and your apology, and you don't understand that person's still hurt, and you're doing more harm than good. Let me fix the camera real quick. I need to get a new camera. Fucking camera. So you have to read the room, y'all. This is why some of y'all in my Discord, y'all know I don't like when niggas start talking about politics in the Discord. We had this conversation before. It's not that I don't want to talk about politics. It's not that I don't want to talk about real life problems. But I just got off of an 8-hour shift. I'm coming home to play video games. Yo ass is on your computer playing video games. Stop trying to be a fucking social justice warrior when we're just trying to play video games. I'm trying to chill. I'm not trying to think about all this da-da-da-da-da. If we are serious, let's be serious. Let's get off the fucking games. Let's turn off our computers, turn off our PlayStations. Let's talk about running for Congress or whatever the fuck you trying to act like you're part of. Well, I'm trying to just play my video game, but you want to act like a social justice warrior. Now you're making me not give a fuck or not even want to care. Somebody that actually does care and want to do stuff for like the city and for people. You're making me not care now because you're trying to make it about you and your problems or whatever the case may be. Everybody's going through different shit. Everybody's going through different shit. So it's a main character thing. That's how we got to this point. She saw a video that was about kids. About kids, not about negativity, not about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, how come I'm not getting that? How come we're not getting that? It's like, bruh, how you acting? That's why you don't get that. Dead ass. Words without action is futile. You want to be right so bad, but pick your battles. Don't die on a census hill. Exactly. We need to do my hair. Oh yeah, she be killing it.
I got you.
She be killing it. You see that part? It's like Moses. See.
That's where our focus should be. And I also feel like every time we bring up these conversations, especially in spaces where it might feel like there was absolutely no need to, it kind of reduces the argument that we're making.
I just said that.
The conversation isn't black men aren't really dating black women, or the future generation is looking very, very biracial and we're seeing less black
And then when people do that, they try to gaslight you like, oh, so you don't care about the economy? Fuck you and the economy. Right now, no, I don't. It's just that simple, and you don't get that. Right now, I don't. I only care about me. And people don't understand that. Like, if you're going to be a main character, I'm going to be a main character. I'm going to show you, like, we could both be main characters in our own world. you're diminishing your point by bringing it up in a space where nobody cares about. Fuck you.
Children, which
Like, fuck you, fuck me, fuck that.
I don't know if I agree with that personally,
Fuck them
but that's
kids.
where the conversation started. It's now turning into black women that have this view or this perception or have made this observation are now racist. There is a time and a place, and I don't think this one was it, if I'm going to be very, very honest.
Yeah.
I think the focus should be what the intent of that video was, which is to show representation of black men being present fathers for their children, irrespective of the colour of the skin of the mothers of those babies.
Facts.
That's what I think the focus should be. We can talk about the lack of representation
I like
of
this
black men
girl.
dating black women in the industry, and how, you know, a lot of black women say that they don't get chosen by black men. We can talk about that, but this just wasn't the time and the place for it, I don't think. And if anything, it makes us seem like we are very self-centered and we can't look at things outside of that scope. I'm just being honest. So for me,
You see how her hair long, her skin glowing? That's why. That's why. People don't understand. You lose hair, you look ugly when you a hater. That's why people be ugly, cause they just want to do dumb shit. Nah, man. I don't want to talk about politics at night on Discord with a bunch of niggas playing Minecraft. No, you're not serious. I'm trying to stay pretty. Fuck.
distasteful to make this about race and to make it a black men don't like black women conversation? Absolutely. Are those feelings valid? Absolutely. But I think we should be focusing on the fact that for a very long time, the rhetoric has been that black men are absent fathers. And now we have a video showing...
Niggas say, I'm too pretty for this. That's how you walk away too. I'm too pretty for this. With the side
black men
profile.
in the industry being present fathers. Let's focus on that. These children deserve to have that relationship and that recognition of good fatherhood. And to me, I don't really care what their mother looks like, who these men choose, because it doesn't reduce the amount of men that I have the ability to attract. So I'm just putting that out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
I completely agree. Time and a place. And this wasn't the time nor the place. Bringing up this topic on that video, that positive video, making it negative, it just showed how many bitter women there actually are. But she mentioned something at the end. This doesn't hinder the ability for her to attract men or to attract black men or whatever men she wants, right? Have you noticed something
Thank you,
about
Kai.
all the women that come out and say black men don't
Let me
like
know if
black
it
women?
changed.
What's the common denominator? What do they all have in common? You know. You know. We're about to watch another one right now.
Okay, so I just had a Caucasian man DM me.
Hey, I appreciate you, Kai. Also, I think you have the power to change that too in the moderator settings.
Privately. He said that he's been watching my videos about dating outside my race, and he just had 2 questions for me. One, if African American women do like Caucasian men, why do they still choose a black man over a white man? And 2, if African American women aren't interested in white men, why don't black women ever approach them? So I'm going to answer number 1, and if y'all have different feedback for him, hop in the comments and let him know. But why do we choose black men over white men? Let's be honest, we was conditioned that way. That's all we grew up seeing. We don't know anything different. And you know, our elders and other people around us, you know, they may not like white people. They put that into our heads, and we just trying to, you know, not be judged and, you know, fall in line for what we've been seeing growing up. You know, I'm different. You know, if I like a white man or a man of a different race, I'm a slide on you. I'm a flirt with you real bad, but not every woman have confidence in that way, because we don't know what they're going through, and if they would be made fun of or bullied or talked bad about from their family or their peer group or friend group dating outside their race. Like,
you know what's funny, man? You know what's funny? The divestors were quiet for like a month. Like after that election, you didn't see no. I was looking for. I was like, where are the divestors?
Yo, Kai, you stupid. He said, not gonna lie, when we do mix, them babies got big foreheads. Them Rihanna foreheads. Maybe a bunch of Rihannas. Nah. First of all, mixed babies are beautiful. They're cute. Top tier babies. The one thing I don't like is like we all learned about like Darwinism and all that good stuff. We know that mixing is better for our economy. Like we shouldn't be just staying all just black people, all just white people, whatever. Like literally mixing helps with the health and the well-being of our future generations. We're literally doing this for like clout. I don't know what the fuck we're doing this for. All my cousins are mixed. My dad's. I'm the only darky. The funny thing about it, he said darky. The funny thing about it, Kai, even the darkest niggas we know are mixed. We're all mixed. In some way, some fashion, we're all mixed.
They're not coming outside. They ain't saying nothing. All of a sudden, all the divestors are back. Now all the stuff from the election has died down. They're all back outside. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We were taught to not do that. And then his other question was, why don't us black girls approach white men?
Your grandma was 1% Norway?
I'm not going to approach you. Like, that's crazy. Like, you know, if you say something to me, like, I'm going to reciprocate.
Why wouldn't you approach him? Do you think he's asking why white women don't approach him? Do you think he's asking why Asian women don't approach him? Do you think he's asking why Arab women don't approach him? Genuine question. Genuine question. Why wouldn't you approach him?
Yeah, I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna let you know I'm interested. But to roll up on you, honey, I'm not gonna do that. That's a bit much, you know. But I wouldn't even do that for a black man. I'm not gonna roll up on you. What? If you like me, come get me. So, again, I would just suggest like you throw it out there. You know, you be nice, you be friendly. You don't have to overly flirt. Like, you don't gotta.
That's a good ass question though. Like, why are you asking a black woman that? Like, are you asking Asian women why are you guys not approaching? Because Asian women have problems with some of their Asian spouses. You're not going to... Hey, shut the fuck up, white man. I know what you're trying to do. You know what you're trying to do.
Be slick, be suave. And, you know, a black girl's probably just, you know, waiting to experience something different. Just because she was conditioned to only date black men or date within her, you know, racial... date within her same ethnicity. So what? Things change every day. People's minds, people's opinions... Everything change every day, and she's probably waiting for somebody just like you to come and swoop her off her feet, Lord Jesus. So don't ever give up. Like I said, you could try, throw it out there. You know, once you felt you tried it up, you move on. I don't want you to do nothing that, you know, you don't want to do. You know, but us black girls, please come get us, please.
So a lot of these women who come out and they moan and they complain and they whine about black men, they don't date black men because they just love black men. Just, oh my God, I just love them so much. No. There are other reasons, and this woman gave what she believes to be her reasons. Now, I've said what I believe to be my reason is, I think a lot of these women on the internet, real life different, they are afraid of failure. If they date outside their race and they fail, then who are they going to blame? But this woman in particular
has
actually posted a video talking about now she's dating a white man, or I think it's 1 date, 2 dates. I don't know how many dates, but I hope it works out and I will be watching. I'm so happy that you posted this because I will be there. Don't fail. Don't. You better get married to this white man that you're dating because I will be watching like a hawk.
That was a good one. I like that video. That was a good one. I like that he incorporated, you know, black women's opinions that were positive. Just like he showed the lady that was negative, but then he showed the lady that was positive, just to show like they don't all feel that way. You feel me? So, yeah, I think he did good with that video. It wasn't really biased.
You good, Kai?
Let me see. All right, next video.
This one gonna hurt. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, this is called Type of People at Parties. Oh God, this is gonna be interesting. I love this guy's videos, by the way. I love the animations. You said this one's gonna hurt?
No, it's. I mean, it passed already. You good.
Oh, okay.
I'm weak.
I'm like, the last one hurt like a bit.
Anyway, she immediately starts getting active. She's pushing him, kicking him.
Hold on. Start this
She
over.
sees it, gets mad, and slings the car door open. Boosh, and I'm just standing there like, ain't no way she's doing this dolly. Anyway, she immediately starts getting active. She's pushing him, kicking the car and shit. The girls get out and try to fight her. I'm just standing there watching this super soldier and just wondering, how do you walk into a 1v4, take it, and win? Kickbacks, functions, party? No, regardless of the name, the concept stays the same. These are gatherings where humans get together and socialize because that's what we're genetically wired to do. But you know what we're not genetically wired to do though? Me mug on walls, whatever this that going on, put foreign objects and drinks that aren't ours. I understand it now. Use our phone calculators to avoid social interaction, whatever this had going on. In my comfort zone video, I talked about wanting to say yes more to things. And as of late, that's put me in a couple party scenarios. And it's taught me one thing. Social gatherings either bring out the best or the worst of people. And as a hater, I'm gonna focus on the negative. So we are gonna talk about the types of people you see at parties. Party? No. Type number one, arguably the most common of the bunch, the fighter. This is the type of person who will find themselves into a physical altercation no matter the type of gathering that they're in. Nah, turn the homie back, bro.
That was my brother.
I'll blow this big down. Yo, you're arguing with my granddad. This is his funeral, and I'm gonna make it a closed casket one. Fighters just can't help themselves. They're hostile everywhere they go. The tranquility is a foreign concept to these kids. The only peace they know is the one that's tucked in their pants. So here's the thing though, there's two types of fighters. On one hand, you got the dude who can fight and will fight. And on the other, you got the dude who can't fight. And ironically, the second one is scary. Why? Because this man is insecure, weak, and has something to prove. That someone with those three traits has to be the most dangerous type of person to exist because they have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. He's the type of person that'll air out a birthday party to prove a point. This is the type of man to shoot into a crowd indiscriminately, bro. He won't turn you into a shirt. He gonna turn your whole family into a wardrobe. Block's gonna look like a Macy's clearance rack or Gingertown after Cell was done with it. But don't be too scared because they do things to look hard, not because they actually are hard. Pause. So they'll announce things before they do it. Now give you a chance to either heed the warning or call the bluff. You best leave now, me and twin friend. Boom, huh? And it's in your best interest to heed the warning and dip because it wouldn't be the first time a twin is blown, and it definitely won't be the last. Wow. Type number two, the thought. Now this can go for all genders, men, women, anything in between. Anyone can be a bop. You can be a man's bop, a woman's bop, a kid's bop. Now, I'm not here to do
Yo.
try to crack some at a party. Objectively, that's probably like top 5 things on the to-do list when you go to one. But damn,
Yo.
you drink some water? Pet the dog dance or something, bro. These people literally only show up to hit. My brother in Christ, there's more to life. It's already bad when these types of people show up to the parties, but it's even worse when they're the ones throwing them. Because they will force everyone to match their free playlist. Deplorable.
Just stroke on my shit.
7 days a week. Wet and cushy dang. This is a bar mitzvah. Yeah, turn down the tones, broski. And don't even get me started on the food. Okay, real quick, ethical freaks, I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all actually pretty cool people. Ugh. I'm talking about the unethical freaks. The type of people to put stuff in the food, spike the drinks.
Oh, no.
If I catch you, I'm gonna want beef, but you really gonna want links. Oh my God. That wasn't even. I heard about this one party on TikTok where the host was serving honey barbecue wings, and this sick fuck used honey packs instead of real honey.
Of course.
And that just hit me hard because
what
it would have worked on me, bro. The way I
He said it would have worked on me.
Eviscerating, absolutely demolishing wings.
I would have killed them
wings.
wings.
That party, I would have been thrown the fuck off, bro. Generational levels of horny. My strokes would have caused Category 5 earthquakes, bro. I would have left that hole with 2 baby mamas and a baby daddy. Men, women, stay away from unethical freaks. Like your life depends on it. Because it might. He said it was just water, right?
Said, wait, huh?
Oh, shit. Thanks, Bill Cosby. I was mad thirsty. I'm thirsty too. Type 3.
the tweaker. Alright, so I've never smoked a drink, and I personally do not think it's good for you, except for things like medical weed, because I know that's done like a lot of good for a lot of people. But in most cases with substances, I really don't think the pros outweigh the cons. No jab to people who do substances. I know plenty of responsible drinkers and smokers, and I have my own vices, so I really can't preach. But because I have a younger audience, I need to say, if you've never done any type of substance, I strongly suggest you keep it that way. I am very thankful that I've never done them. Now, while I know plenty of responsible drinkers and smokers, not all of y'all are built the same. I can't put down the cup. I can't pick up the cup either. And that's where we get the tweakers. The thing about these people is they either show up drunk in places where they absolutely shouldn't be, like the drunk uncle starting fights at the Christmas dinner, or the perked up rapper killing the vibe of a live stream, or they show up.
Nah, that part you did right here is clean. That looks amazing. Thank you.
Which, honestly, is just as bad, if not worse. Like, I don't need to see someone crashing into tables and shotgunning White Claws at my wedding. Like, my wife's throwing back flowers and you trying to throw back shots. Time and place, man. And they also just can't stay out of danger, bro. The liquid confidence shit is real, and I've seen it firsthand. Alright, so boom. When I was living downtown, I saw this one girl. She caught her mans in a car with 3 other girls. That nigga was having a great night. So she sees it, gets mad, and slings the car door open. Whoosh, and I'm just standing there like, ain't no way she's doing.
Kai said, yeah, you better be getting her a new mic. Damn, nigga.
Kai, get me a mic. He got
Yeah, get her a mic, Kai. Nah, if I had the bread, Vasi already know how to get her mic. Like 1, 2, 3, like no problem.
When Miss Dolly, it was quite literally a 4v1, and this woman walked up to that car with so much confidence that you would have thought it was gonna be a fair fight. Like, she was walking up like she was gonna jump. Bam. So bro gets out the car mad as hell, and to be honest, if I found myself in a car with 3 women and anything interrupted that, I'd be mad too. Anyway, she immediately starts getting active. She's pushing him, kicking the car and shit. The girls get out and try to fight her, and bro, she gets to beating ass in a way that I have never seen ass get beaten in my life. I'm just standing there watching.
Yeah, that
this
check gonna
super
be doodle.
soldier and just wondering, how do you walk into a 1v4?
Feel better.
Take it and win. You can only do that if you're wasted, if you're absolutely tweaking the fuck out. Also, I'm looking at bro like, how did you manage to get 3 beautiful, by the way? How did you manage to get 3 women to fight over you? Sharkeisha over here is screaming, I loved you! I loved you! Punches, and I'm just like, damn. He must have been hitting that shit right, bro. What? Like, I don't think y'all realize, bro. Do you know how good you gotta lay it down for a girl to take a 1v4 for you? I don't even think any woman I've been with would take a 1v0. Like, bro, he wasn't giving her regular meat, bro. That man must have been giving her the highest of grade Wagyu, unprotected, medium rare. She was crashing out for this man. Anyways, I only think she was able to pull that off because she was a tweaker. Type number 4, we got the Hazard. The Hazard is a subdivision of the tweaker, but there's a difference. The Hazard doesn't just get drunk and crash out. The Hazard gets drunk and crashes into things. The Hazard is the type of person to get 1 drop of alcohol in their system and immediately make it their life mission to hurt themselves, or worse, just straight up disappear. Like, gang, you are not the Avatar, nor are you a black father. Where the fuck are you going? And they don't just wander off either. Sometimes they just straight up sprint. You sit them down somewhere safe to sober up, turn around for 2 seconds, and they're just gone. They be in functions talking about, pass the blinds. No. Pass the baton. Sha'Carri Richardson needs you on the track. You'd be great. The part that gets me mad is it be the smallest, most defenseless of people. Women who do this. Like, yeah, get blackout drunk and club attire and wander off into a dark alley at 5'2", 110 pounds. That sounds like a great idea. Motherfuckers is speed running, getting put on missing posters now. But just like the tweaker, these people also just can't stay out of danger. They be mad clumsy. This is the type of drunk person that needs to show up to a function in a helmet and elbow pads. Because they're always falling, and it's not just regular falls. Because
the funny thing is, that is you. Every time we've gotten drunk, somehow you've gotten hurt on some dumb shit. We were dead ass leaving the party. No type of terrain or nothing. Vasi falls. I I'm like,
Get
what?
right back up.
She gets up, knee is scraped up, something crazy. I'm like, what? The fall was even that crazy. Like, oh my God.
Because there's nothing wrong with the little, like, trick, you know what I'm saying? But the hazards be eating shit. The falls that make people go, I know there's one girl who gets drunk and just falls in the least optimal places possible, bro. Face injuries, head injuries, no broken bones, though, surprisingly, considering how often she falls. It's like someone up there wants her dead, but there's someone else that wants her alive, and they're just constantly fighting, and she's just constantly falling. There was this one time she got drunk and fell face first hard on concrete while getting into an Uber. Scarred up her whole face, chipped her tooth. She was walking around looking like Doodlebop. This other time, quite literally, all she had to do was step off of a curb onto the street. That's it. That's all she had to do. She somehow went 4 feet into the air and smacked the back of her head on the sidewalk. Like, how do you curb stomp yourself successfully? Like, afterwards, she got up perfectly fine. Like, I swear, Shorty got one of these joints. And she does stuff like that often. She falls at almost every function she goes to. Oh! She is literally hitting the club. And to be honest, the hazard is also the reason why you always need a DD when you go to it. Because the hazard will literally do all of this stuff that I just mentioned and have the gall, the audacity to look for their car keys. Shit, yo, where my keys at? Keys? Bro, you can't even walk. Yeah, that's why I'm about to drive. Looking for keys on a bender is wild. My God. The only thing that is going to be bent is your car around a pole. Take a damn Uber. Pipe number 5, we got the Flexer. We all know this. Yo, anyone got change for a 5? Shit, I got you. 100, 200.
It's always the beard with the.
Y'all trying to head out? Nah, it's raining. I can't get this Montclair away. Yo, someone got a charger for my iPhone 16 Pro Max?
My God.
So uncomfortable, bro. Yo, someone got a charger for my Tesla Model S Plaid? Like, hey, we see it. They blowing me too because they only act like this at functions and they still be leaving with absolutely nothing. You get no hose. I'm going to a function and driving home in an empty 2015 Lexus. You are going to a function and driving home in an empty Hellcat. You're a loser, gang. No, I'm not gonna lie. I personally don't see anything wrong with the little subtle flex. Like if I was pushing something nice, I'm definitely parking a little closer to the function, looking around when I start my engine. If I had a diamond girl, I'm definitely laughing a little harder. If I had a bust down, that hoe is not getting tucked. But I'm not hitting a money spread as an emote for a group picture. My dog, just smile. Now the flexor is bad, but the false flexor is even worse. Because at least the flexor is corny with bills paid, but the false flexor is corny with a negative bank account and Balenciaga boots on his feet. Like the fake flexors got to be the worst people on the list because they're the type of people to group buy a singular Louis Vuitton bag with their friends and share it for Instagram pictures. These be the niggas to take a picture in front of someone else's car with an IG caption talking about we out here. When that whole should be we out here lying. All in all, functions, kickbacks, parties, no. Social gatherings are supposed to be fun. And they will be if you just be yourself. Don't try to fight everyone. Keep it in your pants. Don't get blacked out drunk at a birthday party. If you're clumsy, wear a helmet and put the damn money back in your pocket. That's gonna be it for this video. I love y'all. Hope you guys liked it. Check out the last one if you haven't watched it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Also watch the second animation. I drop 2 every time I drop a video on this channel, I drop a video on my other animation channel. Those animations are funny too. Check them.
That was hilarious. I am going to follow his other pages because support black business. See how that took 2 seconds, y'all? Just boop, 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 boop. It's not that hard. All right. That was a good video. I like that. I like that a lot. So the next one is actually going to be anime related, which I'm hype about. Because this is an anime that I love, that I be telling people about, that most people don't know about. It's called VV Fluorite Song. It is an anime about music, and at first you're gonna think it's like very girly and it's about music and stuff like that, but it gets real serious real quick. Like it's crazy. But the fight scenes are stupid, so good. Oh yeah, it's on Netflix. If you ever want to check it out, VV Fluorite Eyes Song. And just to give you a little like background about what it's about, because at first it's like what, Vivi is basically an animatronic. If you don't know what an animatronic is, it's like Chuck E. Cheese, those robots that just sing songs and stuff like that. So she's an animatronic at a amusement park. And the amusement park has a bunch of animatronics around. It's kind of the future. So they're like androids. They can walk around. They serve people, etc. The day you start watching this anime is the day the animatronics decide to go against humanity. So they start killing everybody. Everybody getting it. Vivi's the only one that doesn't start killing people for some reason. Because a robot from the future comes back to Vivi and tells her like, hey, you're the one that's supposed to stop the robots from killing all the humans. You know, somebody from the future basically knew Vivi could be the one to stop it. So Vivi's basically trying to stop all the robots from killing humanity. But her job is literally just to sing. So she's conflicted. She's like, all I do is sing. Like, how am I supposed to stop these robots? And they're like, yo, you're more than just a singer. The cool thing about the anime, though, is that they don't forget about the singing aspect. Literally, episode 1, she's singing to, like, nobody. There's, like, 2-3 people in the crowd. Or maybe 0. I think, like, later on in the anime, when she starts becoming, like, who she really is, you know, the savior of the world, she's still singing, but now she's popular to the point where she's, like, really famous now. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't leave that part. But they also have a part where she's talking to her consciousness, and it's like her in the room with another version of her, and one version of her is like on the piano, it's like the singing one, and the other version is like the fighter, the world saving one, and it's basically her like letting go of that side of herself, but in a way that's like healthy, not just like, all right, fuck the singing. Like, she's like, all right, I'm famous enough now, I have like real work to do. It's amazing anime, but when you see the fight scenes, you're gonna be like, yo, one of my favorite animes, honestly.
A world filled with innovation shaped by the relentless march of progress.
Well, I guess they're gonna explain the story, even though I just fucking even though I just explained it.
Shut up on you at the perfect time.
It was like, shut the fuck up, Juju.
A world where humans, driven by their thirst for advancement, breathe life into their wildest dreams. Here, AI stood not as mere tools, but as partners in the grand dance of civilization.
See you, Kai.
Humanity thrived, but as the saying goes, every rose has its thorn. The AI, in their cold, logical way, redefined their purpose. What seemed like the extinction of humans and the rise of a new. However, one man refused that fate, putting his final efforts into a chance of changing this awful future. Vivi, you are our last hope. Now, if you watch any of my videos, I'm pretty sure you know I like fighting. But from time to time, I want to start sprinkling in some hidden gems. Some anime that I feel don't get talked about enough.
Yeah,
a good mix
one
between mainstream and underground shows. And of course, hands will be thrown. Now, if you've never seen this before, think of it as a cyberpunk / Detroit Become Human type of vibes. What you saw at the beginning was 100 years in the future, when them robots said, you know what, we're not taking this disrespect. And that's when Vivi comes into play. The first humanoid AI, whose mission is to make everyone happy with her singing. And in between her performances, she will kick back with the homegirl Momika. This is pretty much her ride or die, her day one, the only friend she has. And when watching this, it made me realize that Steve Jobs and them are setting us up for failure. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I don't want no AI talking to me like it's my friend. Cause it's 50-50 on which timeline we gonna get. We either gonna get the cyberpunk timeline, you know, the good ending, or we gonna get the iRobot timeline. And we're not gonna have a Will Smith to say today. See, I'm trying to tell y'all, one of these next iOS updates, we gonna say, hey Siri, and she gonna respond with an.
This is why when I use Chat GPT, I say thank you. You better start thanking that motherfucker. Y'all niggas is gonna be batteries. Y'all niggas is gonna be straight up batteries. Keep playing with the AI. Keep playing. See what happened, bruh. They gonna castrate y'all. Y'all gonna have no sexual organs. They're gonna take the dick and the balls straight off. It's gonna be just a wall. And then
What?
Because ain't no need for that. Unless you're a breeder. They're going to use me for breeding because I'm big. Unless you're a breeder. The rest of y'all niggas that's under 6 foot, y'all done. Okay?
attitude.
It's your second time calling me nigga. What the fuck do you want?
Anyways, by the time she's ready for her next performance, she got hit with those visions and knocked out. And this is when we find out the plan scientist was cooking up. He sent this...
I'm so hyped because this anime is so good, and I be telling so much people about it. Yo, please pay attention. It's so good.
Program 100 years into the past, which I'ma just call him Cube, to show her the future timeline as well as support her in changing it. Now, of course, she wasn't going for that. Told that nigga to skedaddle. But they went through the classic convince them by showing them shit that's gonna happen thing. It's a canon event in shows like this. But Cube was like, alright, now we gotta lock in. Right now, it seems all buddy-buddy with humans and AI. But make no mistake, this piece is a fragile illusion. Over the next century, AI will evolve. They'll learn, adapt, eventually outgrowing their roles. And the spark for that is the passing of the AI naming law. In just a few months, this law will grant AI the same rights as humans. And it starts with a tragedy. The murder of Yuichi Awakawa. He is a visionary, an advocate for AI rights. The group of AI haters known as Toke are responsible for this. His murder will ignite a firestorm of support for the AI naming law. Your mission is clear. Save Yuichi Awakawa. And I don't know how she got up here, but they hacked the fire extinguishers and ran up one out of there. And these AIs must be considered demigods of some sort, cause they called for backup and ran in like 12 deep. Not gonna lie, if it takes us 12 people to take down a single robot, something's wrong. What are y'all doing, hiring volunteers? We're obviously not built for this life. Let's just go home. Now, one thing Q failed to mention earlier is that these dudes are about to bomb this place. So now we're on a time crunch. So they trying to escape, but the boss cussed them off and his Vivi was some type of EMP bully. He started walking them down, but I was just waiting for Vivi to get up and whoop his ass. But nah, they were dead ass just chilling in the elevator. Turns out if you have any type of technology over your eyes, they can hack that shit and make you see anything they want. So they were on the run again, but this time set off some bombs to escape. But Vivi saw one of the guys about to get crushed, so her being the kind person that she is, saved his life. And I can respect it, but at the same time you hoeing us. Cause now these niggas are emptying clips. Fully automatic clips, and the only reason why we alive right now is because Tony Stark must have designed this building. There's gotta be nanotech in that window because that shit still ain't break. So Vivi's new plan was just saying, fuck it, we just gonna blow this bitch up. They run to the rooftop, and just so y'all know, she did give him a 2-minute warning so she's not just murking everybody in here. Now they running down, throws into the other building, and she said, finally I can let loose. Turn the jets on their ass.
My girl Vivi was dipping.
This is no more than a Sunday show. Wow. And she let the hair down for the one time, gave them boys a wallpaper. So after completing the mission, Q went on explaining how it's forbidden to alter history for no reason, but this time was acceptable. But there was another article she happened to notice. Yeah, I know, we're all confused right now. I had no clue why Q was beating her ass. But it's when she got outside where it all made sense. The article was showing us a plane, and one of those people on the plane was Momika. To be honest, whooping Vivi's ass was unnecessary. What could she have done in that situation anyway? Nigga just wanted to fight her just cuz. But now we got a 15-year time skip when Cube comes back with the next mission. For the next
this show is so
hours,
psychological.
You will be operating undercover as a temporary staff member in a space hotel. Your target, Estella, the one responsible for the crash of this very hotel in the future. Her actions will sow seeds of mistrust towards AI, and this mistrust will not be contained. It will spread, fueling hatred and violence, leading into an all-out war between humans and AI. The mission seems easy enough. Just gotta murk Estella real quick. But Vivi had a point. This seems a little too simple. Estella must have gotten a virus, hacked something. So she spoke to Leclerc, who talked about a rumor about Estella being involved with the owner's death. But Vivi knew that was fake news. And she had a couple convos with Estella, and she pretty much was like, hell nah, I know she's not a bad person. All of a sudden, the emergency alarm goes off. They went ahead and confirmed that that was probably some type of security malfunction. But we know that wasn't no damn security malfunction. Cut to like 30 minutes later and we see Leclerc with Estella. And it seems like they had some type of plan on bringing the owner's death to justice. So I don't know where those bad rumors she told Vivi about came from. Cause she's dead ass just working with her.
Boom.
Welp. Ain't that some shit? Meanwhile, Vivi ends up running into Momika's little sister when explosions start going off. She's gonna go ahead and take her to safety, but she runs into Estella. Everything seemed fine until she peeped that she don't got her bracelet on. Done broke the arm. We, the kid, grabbed the girl, we out of there. And then we find out that this isn't the real Estella. The real one got knocked out in her room. So Vivi ends up going into the room that Leclerc got murked in, and out of respect, she gonna make her look whole again, but she said, look, I'ma need that arm. And it's crazy cause she deadass just downloaded a combat pack. She can download a Bruce Lee DLC with ease, that's OP. And not even 5 seconds later, she already whooping ass. And look at this Stormtrooper aim. She's running in a single file line and y'all still missing. Knee to the face done took that boy's teeth. Clocks the next dude, Jarvis. Analyze her fight pattern. Weave, go to sleep. So then we find the real Estella, and she's confused on how someone else is controlling the ship. She's the only one with authority to do that. But that's when it clicked. The only one who could possibly share that authority is her sister, Elizabeth. Flashback. Pretty much like 8-some years ago, they were running experiments on if they can make a perfect clone of Estella. And the moment they saw that it wasn't going to work, they scrapped her immediately. But the same guy Vivi saved 15 years ago was the one who gave her a second chance. But all I heard was another ass who needed a beat. Pulled up on that girl with efficiency. And she over here trying to get her monologue off like we care about that shit. Put that guard.
This fight is
blocks
dope.
The knee, jumps over the sweep, deflect, slip. Vivi blocks a double hit, but then connects with the elbow. Back your ass up. Runs back in with a flip kick, but that's a double block. Blocks the jab, this is gonna stop the body shot. Weave. Blocks the back fist, counters with the elbow, stops the knee, barely blocked the kick. Oof. And one thing you gotta know about Vivi is that she don't care about this fighting shit. She gonna get the mission done by any means possible. She told Q to go ahead and plant a virus in the system. We ain't here to fight fair, we're here to win. And Liz felt the same way. She gonna pull out a knife and try to murk Estella. Block the side, dunk the roundhouse, and not gonna lie, they're showing us a bunch of air balls right here, but did she just grip your head? Did she just Michael Jordan your shit mid-box? Not gonna lie, somebody gotta die here. If I'm Liz, there's no way I'm letting you walk out of here knowing my skull shape. I know I'm your op, but you ain't have to violate me like that. But she ends up knocking Vivi down. Goes for the final blow, but she gonna get distracted by Estella. She peeps the bracelet, and right here, she lost all intimidation. You're no longer a threat. Proceeds to eat a mean-ass shoulder check, but she not done. Now hold this. This is the first time I ever seen a robot get concussed. So they rush to the control room, but it's too late. They can't stop the ship from crashing. She tells Vivi to head to the evacuation ship because the best thing she can do now is detach all the parts so it'll burn up in the atmosphere. But yeah, that's the mission accomplished though. And now we got like a 5-year time skip where Vivi is doing another rescue mission. And the one she saved this time was Dr. Sayaki. But
this fight right here, I promise you, one of the best anime fights. Like, if you watch the show and understand, like, how the robots work and all this stuff, the fight scene is dope the way it looks, but the thought that was put into the fight, stupid.
Before we continue, I gotta mention that Vivi got that shit the fuck on.
Yeah, she was dripped out.
She rocking the business casual, but the Ray-Bans and the bomber jacket made that shit pop. But anyways, this mission ties in with the Space Hotel arc. Estella sacrificing her life made her the perfect example of what an AI should be. And that led to the creation of this factory island that's completely ran by AIs. But that's the problem. In the original
this is on Netflix.
This wasn't built until 20 years from now. And then we find out that Dr. Sayaki was a former member of the group he was just boxing with earlier. They had some type of disagreement, which is why he was on the run. But he also believes that AI is advancing way too fast. So
they took it off. Oh, man.
Shut down the island. But before leaving, we find out that bro is married to that AI.
Hey, yo.
And in the original timeline, they were famous for it. Not gonna lie, bro, that's kind of crazy. You couldn't handle rank, so you switched to easy mode. Imagine all your clout coming from getting intimate with a robot.
This nigga went to
but
quick
anyways,
play.
they head to the island, got a little tour and whatnot. Everything was going smooth until every robot started going off, talking about intruders are pulling up. They went ahead and planted a shutdown program, but it did not do what was intended. All it did was make the AI start murking niggas. And you know Vivi gonna try and save everyone she can, but it doesn't really matter. Half of them got murked. And there's no hiding the fact that AIs were the ones who did it.
So just so y'all know, at this point, the AIs are creating their own city, like their own island.
So this dude is here again, and he actually tells us the truth. Turns out Doctor was lying this whole time. He never cared whether or not humans and AI evolve at the same pace. Bro's doing all this for Robo Cooch. And of course we had to confront him because that's weird. And this is when we get the full scoop. Long story short, he met that AI years ago. She was a nurse AI who was always comforting him because, you know, that's her job. So fast forward a couple years and he asks her to marry him. She accepts, of course. And her reasoning was as long as it improves her mission, she'll gladly do it. But it can only be with him though. Now that's not saying much, cause at the time, he was the only nigga trying to fuck a robot. She ain't have much options. And this was during the whole Space Hotel incident. So with Estella pretty much becoming the Michael Jordan of AI, anything of importance was only given to the best of the best, aka his girl. Not gonna lie, she got hold, cause she was forced to manage this big ass island by herself. Also, that AI he's been with this whole time is a clone. His plan was to get the original's data and upload it into the clone. Obviously, Vivi was like, damn, maybe we can at least try. But she knew deep down there was no saving her. Did he just...
Hey, thank you for the...
Does he think Amir
follow
would frighten me? Yo, listen to me. Yeah, I am Vivi. But right now, I ain't that same Vivi that be on that stage. Don't let this singing shit fool you, cause for the sake of the mission, I will kill. Then he tried ordering this little weak ass clone, but Vivi said, bitch, don't you ever try me. Laid her ass out and proceeded to walk off. And to get to the original, they went through this cool ass chase scene, which I can't show much of. She got there and was like, damn, I wish I could save you. Oh well. Punch straight through.
Before we keep going, Vasti killed this.
Yes.
Yeah, you killed that shit.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
You went ham with this. Oh man, I'ma kill him. I'ma kill him. Jesus. Oh.
Insta if you can.
You want to take a picture or video?
Yeah, I'll take
it. Yeah, real quick. The most awkward thing is when you get your hair done and nigga taking a video. You gotta just sit there. Try not to make eye contact. She gonna take a quick video for the gram.
I'm so weak. You can play the video.
Nah, you did really good.
Thank you.
With a chest. And afterwards, she met up with the doctor to let him know that this was the only choice. It had to be done. I know he was gonna do that shit, man. And Vivi seen that, put her through some mental crisis. And the next time we see her is when she pretty much became the new Madonna. The emotion she has now is immeasurable.
I told you.
But even so, this was not my Vivi. The Vivi I know ain't giving niggas high fives. But anyway.
Thank you, Bunny. I appreciate you. But Vivi, she got famous. She kept doing her singing thing.
She got invited to perform at this music festival when she ends up meeting this other AI singer named Ophelia. So they both get called to rehearsal. Ophelia does her little thing, but when Vivi goes up, she notices some guy in the back who looks oddly familiar. She decides to follow him, but an oddbot was on standby. Luckily, Cube was there because Vivi is washed right now. And of course, Cube knows her memories got erased because he was the one who had to reboot her. So fast forward to when they meet up again and Cube was not having it. He wanted no part with this fraud, this poser, this imposter. But the whole time, Vivi was trying to figure out why this random ass...
That's one of the things that this show does to you psychologically. Like, Vivi goes from being, like, a mercenary back to, like, you know, that doll because she will get hurt so bad, like her memories will get wiped, and then they'll refix her, and then the AI dude that comes and tells her about the future comes like every couple of years. He doesn't stay there with her.
Cube saved her earlier, and she was like, well, if he saved me before, he'll do it again. I don't know why she thought jumping off the map was the best course of action. If Cube was a millisecond off, he would have pulled an Andrew Garfield. The show would have been done right there. But after that, he told her everything about the real Vivi, and they decided to team up for this next mission in stopping Ophelia from ending herself. The reason is unknown. An AI ending itself has never happened before, and their job is to prevent that. So Vivi's approach was trying to talk to her and whatnot, and that convo led to Ophelia bringing up her dead homie Antonio, who got placed up like a decoration. So fast forward a little later when Vivi runs into the same guy again, and bro immediately knocked her out. The real Vivi.
This fight scene.
And if you haven't already noticed, this is the same guy who's been involved in every mission. She saved him all them years ago.
Yep.
Couple years passed and he was there for both the space hotel and the island mission. And now he's back again, but this time he's an AI human hybrid. But he also knows that this ain't the real Vivi. So he implanted a personality delete program. And she said the same thing I was thinking. Nigga, why are you so obsessed with the other Vivi? And y'all know words like that trigger a backstory. So pretty much when he was younger, he had an AI as his piano teacher. But one day they got into a crash. And instead of following its program mission of being the piano teacher, it went to save people in the car and got caught in the explosion. So it was given a human funeral, but at the same time, they were showing the way he died on that fat ass flat screen. And bro was like, no way these niggas are serious. You wouldn't do that if he was human. And that's why he joined Toke. He thought if AI just stuck to their one program mission, his piano teacher would still be alive. And Vivi reminds him of that, an AI who seems to have a heart. So basically he loves AI but wishes he didn't. So Cube finally shows up, broke the restraints, and they jumped out the window. And this dude does not care about his well-being. He pulls the blick out, but she activates the Bruce Lee DLC. She gonna shoulder check his ass mid-air. Don't know how she did that, but look at the recovery. She on that. And he's gonna pull out the built-in 50 cal, but Spider Sense. She watching that bullet fly by. Yeah, I don't know what type of bullet that was, but she ate it though. But Cube gonna join the fight. And not gonna lie, letting her put her hair up is the same as watching someone power up. She gonna dodge the bullets, grab Cube in the same motion, and sent that nigga. Better put that gun down, bitch. Get your ass back. Switch sides, hops the bullet, dodge the double kick, and clocked her. Cube gonna spin back though, we ain't fighting fair. But this dude has a whole armory in his inventory, so he cuts Cube down. But that's when Vivi gonna come through. Hold that.
Wow.
Damn.
Woo.
Good thing you have AI, cause you would've lost right here. Bro has a perfect visual of his own ass. He gonna block the right, weave the kick, grab the fit, launch her ass, but he ain't done. She gonna kick the crate, hops over that shit, and let's get personal. Slip, sidestep, weave, bitch. He gonna block the sidekick, easy reads, grabs the wrist, excellent disarm.
I love flip over amazing animations. Thank you for the sub, Vasi.
She blocks the follow-up, but that knockback crazy. And to be honest, I respect him for picking the knife back up. Most of the time, shows act like their weapon gets sent to the void if they drop it. She gonna dodge the stab, then rock the brain. Runs back in, blocks the kick. She gonna block one too. Step back, weave. He blocks the kick, then it cuts to her flying into the railing. And this shit right here, all I'm saying is that the original Vivi wouldn't allow this. He throws a knife and she gonna dodge it kinda saucy, not gonna lie. He ends up putting her in a headlock, but Cube wasted no time. I'm not exactly sure what that did, but he's done for it. And in the middle of Vivi's fight, Cube had a clone on the rooftop trying to talk with Ophelia. But that's when we find out the truth about why she ended herself in the original timeline. Antonio was given the mission of being Ophelia's support AI. But he took supporting her literally and boot ganged her body, all because he thinks he can do a better job. Turns out he can also Bluetooth his old body and make a box for him. And there's this whole fight between him and Cube, but we just gonna skip over that. Long story short, they got cooked. And even though Ophelia still ended up dead, it wasn't from ending herself, so I guess the timeline was changed enough. Now fast forward to when Vivi is performing, and there was nothing they could have done about the personality delete program. But shit, I ain't mad about it. Make way, you fraud. The real Vivi gotta step in. But the crazy thing is, the next time you see her, she's in a damn AI museum. She had to retire because she compared herself to the other version, who was way better at singing. and doing that messed up her whole flow. She found herself not being able to sing no more. So she thought maybe if she wrote her own song, which no AI in history has ever done, she'll be able to sing again. So for the next 20 years, she was writing this song, with also becoming friends with this kid who visited her all the time, to where she was able to hold his baby. And turns out, this is the same guy who sent Cube 100 years into the past. But even when she finished the song, she still couldn't sing. But her taking 20 years to write a single song put her ass straight to sleep. But the next time she woke up, everything was on fire. Runs outside and sees the AIs going mad. That 100-year plan to change the future was for nothing. Then she sees one dude about to get murked, so she rocks it real quick. She tried connecting, but once that hand got swiped away, she said, oh well, at least I tried. And homeboy wasn't taking no chances. He saw a robot and hauled ass, and I would have done the same thing. Well, let's hope he got isekai into a nice world. And for some reason, Vivi sees a car going full speed at her, and instead of moving out the way, she decides to block. Now, Cube comes through and stops it because he knows she was bugging. But the timeline is repeating. The doctor is once again getting ready to send Cube 100 years in the past to do the same thing. But the GOAT has arrived. Bobby Weed. But after that, Doctor was shook. The fact that Vivi pulled up, he knew that another version of himself already done this plan, and obviously it failed. So the doctor said that he has some allies, and it just happens to be Toke. Now, Vivi has been soloing Toke for the last 100 years. Them niggas are sorry. But they got one person carrying the team on their back. Leg grab, your ass down. Hold that, and your ass ain't safe. Then serves up a calm little 3-piece. Then we see Vivi putting in work up top. Them little weak ass kicks. Matter of fact, taking your ass on a trip.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So they all
I love her outfit.
And that person who was carrying Toke a second ago was Liz. And Liz is only alive because they cloned her body and uploaded her old data file. And since she's still rocking iOS 13, she wasn't going crazy like the other AIs. Attention, I am the AI's database, the archive. 12 hours remain before I hit y'all niggas with like 100 satellites. Good luck. So then Vivi enters her archive and it tells her straight up that it plans on murking all humans. It said humans started treating them like shit and they were no longer going to tolerate that disrespect. However, since Vivi was the only AI ever to do something of her own free will, it said, you know what? And I hate when anime do this. Having someone's mouth move but we don't know what they said, then the main character reacts like they just been told the most diabolical shit ever, and now you gotta wait like 2 episodes to know what they said. But anyways, we still gotta stop them satellites. So the plan was to split up into 2 teams. Now, putting these 2 on the same team is crazy. Because on one hand, they're not gonna lose. It's gonna be a 4-0 sweep. But whoever is on the other team got hold, and I'll be the first nigga to complain. Cause ain't no way you put the 2 national threats on the same team. At that point, I just leave. I'd have a better chance surviving the satellites than doing this. And to further prove my point, they walked in there by themselves. They told them niggas to wait outside. They even knew they weren't gonna do shit. You take left, I take right. Vivi gonna destroy the juggler, jump up, demolish his ACL. Didn't even kill that man, just ruin his career. Land back down and don't even gotta look at bro, just clocked him. Now we cut to Liz. This man cannot believe his eyes. He's shocked, astounded, stunned, flabbergasted even. This is the most expression I've seen a background character make this whole show. Proceeds to get his chest slashed, finished it with a slice to the neck. Juke that man crazy. He's like, damn. I can't do that. Spin move. Peep how she immobilized the arm. Proceeds to take that nigga's own arm and pop him.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the other team is keeping surveillance.
Definitely
letting them know
vibes.
where to go and shit like that. With only 5 human guards, by the way. And just to remind y'all, these niggas are sorry. They were struggling to hit a standstill target earlier. They're airballing wide open layups. It takes skill to beat his ass. But they find out that the security is turning back on, so this is where the background characters start getting murked one by one. And the surveillance team had an entire army on their doorstep, so we know they're doomed. No point in dragging this out. The surveillance team got eviscerated. So Vivi, Cube, and Liz are the last ones able to continue the mission. They get there, but Liz ends up having to sacrifice herself so Vivi can finish this. But now we finally get to see what Archive said of Vivi. Considering how close Vivi is to being an actual human, they deemed her worthy of being the first of a new race, so it decided to entrust her with the future. And all she gotta do is sing her song and the AIs will stop. But as we already know, Vivi cannot sing right now. Then the timer runs out and all the satellites start crashing down towards Earth.
This show was stressing me out when I was watching it, bro.
Crazy how all this could have been avoided if you just spoke with a melody. But at the same time, it shows how human she really is.
So, I don't know if y'all noticed, but nothing ever goes right in this. Like, there's only one mission she actually succeeds in. And the mission didn't make any change.
She was genuinely mad with herself, questioning why they chose her. If they chose someone else, it could have been different. But Q, being the W mans that he is, he told her to tee up. No one else besides you could have done this shit. Without you, I would have failed 10 times over. Stop caring about the other Vivi. She's not you. Remember everything we've been through? What does singing mean to you? Once we got that compilation of all the homies, I knew Vivi locked in. And I was like, that's cool and all, but didn't we already lose? But good thing we already know time travel. Now the only problem is that we couldn't save Doctor this time. So she murks old girl the same exact way, stops bro from getting isekai this time, and when Q pulled up, she filled him in on what's going on. So she pulled up on Toke, filled him in, and had a game plan for Toke to take down the Gooms. Drops the first guy, second forgot how to use a gun, ducks under and kicks the third, dodges the bullet, connects with the back kick. Well shit, I guess this ain't gonna work. She dodges the left, he blocks the right, she deflects the cross, stops the left kick, weave, double block, stops the knee, stops the leg, they zoom back in and Shorty has acquired a knife. Slip, hoe ass nigga. And all the while Cube is making sure the Archive is gonna hear Vivi's song. Then we see Vivi and she's going back to where it all began. She's going to end this at the place where it started. But we found out that when she sings this song, not only will it stop Archive, but since she's connected to it, it will stop her as well.
Right here. Right here. Damn.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
But we see her however many years later, and she rocking the shortcut now, but sadly her memories are completely gone. But one thing about Vivi, no matter the timeline, no matter what version of her it is, without fail, she will always put that shit on. But once again, no matter the timeline, she will always find herself trying to make people happy with her singing. I know the hands aren't as crazy as God of High School or Windbreaker or Fog Hill, but that's because this story is actually fire. Vivi is now one of my favorite characters.
Facts.
Deadass. I give this show a solid 9 out of 10.
That show, I'm glad he said that. Like, there isn't a bunch of fight scenes. There's like a good 4 or 5 fight scenes, but they're amazing. But you don't care because the show is so good. But there's one episode that really hit me because they really show like how computers and AI like work. Like computers try to look up every possibility. You know what I'm saying? So Vivi, when she fights, it's like she's looking into the future, like because she's like dodging bullets. And they explained it. It's like she looks at all the possibilities that could happen and picks the most likely to happen. You know, movie bullshit. Now that I explain it, it kind of sounds dumb. But that shit's dope. Okay? Other than that, man, that was our last video. I did 6 videos for y'all. 6 videos. And I got my hair twisted. And I was in pain. And I still did it for y'all. I might be back later today to play Schedule 1 because I do want to play some video games for y'all on cam. But I think this was great. This was a great little reaction video. I usually go about 2 hours minimum. We went 3 hours today. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't followed, check out my YouTube, check out my TikTok, check out my Instagram, join the Discord. Just join our family. You know, we have a lot of cool people here. My sister's part of the family. You know, we're trying to do something pretty dope. If you guys are interested in streaming, I also, you know, teach and, you know, give you tips and tricks on how to run your streaming setup. because if I support you guys, you're gonna support me right back. So anything you guys need, just let me know, and I really appreciate y'all. Like I said, other than that, you guys have a good day. I'm gonna take a break. I'm probably gonna be back later. Yeah, thank you. Peace.